What is up, everybody? Welcome to the NRRA Finals for the 2024 season, which is so hard to believe that we've already reached this point in the year. We are so excited for this weekend of racing. We are at Wildcat Off-Road Park in Kentucky. This weekend, of course, presented by Mickey Thompson. So a huge shout out and thank you to them and for all of our sponsors for helping us do what we do and keep rocking and rolling here with the National Rock Racing Association. You guys, welcome to Hillside Live. I've got Matt here with me in the booth. We are enjoying some beautiful fall weather and checking out all the changes that Wildcat has done to make this area really great for us here this weekend. Matt, we've got a lot of racing to look forward to for the next 3 days. Tell us about what we're going to see out here.
Well, yes, I love the weather. It's fall weather. It's like 65 and sunny, cool breeze.
Awesome.
It was actually kind of chilly this morning. We had our hoodies on. Sun came out, took them up. His rain started last Saturday and rained up until literally yesterday morning. And I think we already have dust out there. So definitely perfect weather. You couldn't ask for better
Sounds
weather.
About right.
We have they had cut a bunch of levs out here, big ladder, big steps, and we have side-by-sides packed in already. So it's only going to get more and more packed as the weekend comes on. Really not a bad seat in the house, kind of like
the
Dyersburg.
Spectator area is amazing out here. They've gone above and beyond out here. I know I worked real hard here at Wildcat to get us that extra space and just clean everything up real well, and it's going to be great. Yeah,
and getting that spectator area, again, kind of like Dyersburg, it's kind of a bowl almost where really there's not like an amphitheater. There's not a bad seat in the house. Very, very awesome. We have our drone pilots over here from Dearborn Drone Co. getting everything set up, all the production crews getting ready. We have a very long day of racing. Tons of racing action coming your way. Every single class will race today. Pretty sure every single class will race tomorrow at least once. And then Saturday, some of them will race twice. So we have tons of racing action coming in the next 3 days. 4 courses, so lots and lots of points to be had. And just to give everybody kind of a fun teaser, there's 2 points that separate Cooper Bentley in third, okay, and Fordzilla in fourth, Mr. Reich. And to see 2 points after 1,100 points possible this season, 2 points separate for the season, third and fourth.
Yep.
That tells you how many guys. 200 points possible for the weekend. Guys are going to be screaming to hold their spot or to knock down the next guy. So again, that kind of is so crucial to be coming up there. Those 2 points, are huge. So again, just seeing how that's going to shade out there. It'll be interesting to see how hard some of the guys push it. I know Bounty Series, I got to talk to some of them and see how those guys are going to do. VIN class, we have a couple late entries for VIN class, which are going to be some fun celebrity-ish drivers for us, some racers that are coming back to tease with us at a good time.
Yep.
Our racer area is pretty packed. I got here at 10 o'clock last night, and they started funneling in and packing in right behind me. And then this morning, tons of guys were pouring in, and everybody's been walking the course pretty steady. Guys aren't super intense just because there is only one course today, so every class is only racing one course, so that kind of helps out. And then we have tomorrow and Saturday, so it'll be interesting to see how things unfold. All right, I think we're getting a green light for our starting gate. I see Keith pulling behind us there. He's our recovery expert.
And we are going to be kicking things off with our Rock Life Off-Road UTV stock class. I see Mr. Brandon Davis on the line, our very first racer of the weekend here at Wildcat for finals. Thank you guys for joining us here on Hillside Live. Let's watch as Brandon lines out this first course for us.
Again, coming out the starting gate, having that little bit of a long run. This is Brandon Davis, and for the last time this weekend, we get to say our current season champion because we are going to crown a new champion on Saturday night. Again, Brandon Davis with that orange and black wrap. Looking good, looking sharp. He also has purchased a UFO car that he's going to do some racing with, some Ultra 4 racing.
Branching out a little bit.
Yeah, doing a little fun, having some fun with it.
Just can't get enough.
And which is kind of funny because he runs an IFS rig here, so he said, it's going to be a pretty easy transition in theory to transition from, an independent front suspension car to another independent suspension.
Yeah, pretty comfortable in there quickly.
Again, these are long courses. Also, when we talked a little bit about that rain they got, some of these ruts have washed out and become pretty monster. So this course is going to get either much, much harder or much smoother as the day goes on, again, for a UTV class. Appreciate Rock Life for always helping out. They do a great job.
Definitely.
I know a lot of racers get parts from them just to help keep our fleet of racers going.
They're a staple in the sport for sure. Got
to talk to Mr. Brian Dunnigan this morning, hang out with him a little bit.
And Brandon is coming into this weekend second in points behind Cody Kaysen in the stock class. It's a pretty big gap. Cody's got a 110-point lead.
Wow.
But like we always say, anything can happen at finals.
It can.
That was a 105.707 for Brandon Davis.
Yeah, again, we have a lot of uphill and downhill sections, so we have a lot of courses for a lot of drivers. Again, if those drivers that are racing Bouncy and UTV, they have all kinds of courses to learn and memorize this weekend. Appreciate everybody tuning in on the live feed. Emma Bentley, what's up? Austin Sterling, what's up, buddy? Bobby Upchurch.
Yeah, what else does everybody have to do on a Thursday afternoon?
Little Tim Bacon in the house.
This is definitely the best way to spend your time.
That too rowdy driver, and he can be very rowdy. He was on our podium at our last race at Indian Mountain. Got out there and got a little wild with it.
Sounds about right.
Again, he's pretty good for that. He's a good old boy.
Coy Chapel is on the line now.
Coming out that starting to get with that big jump there. Again, long straightaway.
Coy's had a very solid season with us this year. His first season racing with us.
And done a great
Tennessee
job.
Fella.
I love his neon rims. They're so sharp. You can see lots of ledges there.
You guys can imagine that it takes a lot of work and a lot of vision to be able to take this whole hillside and create courses for 6 different classes, racing 4 different times each. It's a lot going on, but we love the setup here at Wildcat. It's so spectator friendly, and this hillside, this Mickey Thompson mountainside, offers so much for us to utilize out here.
That was a 92.001 for Mr. Coy Chapel. Yeah, Coy's done a great job this season. Just being consistent, getting out there, getting some points, having fun with it. Again, I like his rims definitely stick out.
Matt always noticing the color schemes.
I do. You got to pay attention. Again, got our safety workers out there doing their thing. Got Braden Upchurch out there on the line. I know we had Bobby Upchurch on the live feed tuning in. What's up, Scott Marr, Adam Coons? What's up, everybody? Appreciate tuning in the live feed. I know it's Thursday, so is everyone at home watching from work? Home meaning wherever you're watching from. Are everybody watching from work today?
Braden coming into the weekend 5th. Oh, no! He was 5th in points in the stock class. And with an unfortunate just a little tip over there at the top of the hill.
Little bobble there.
Oh, man. That's got to be heartbreaking. First course of the day. I highly doubt anything is broken. We'll get him upright again, and he'll be ready to go for course 2. But, especially coming in 5th in points right now.
Yeah. Again, not a high-speed rollover. Just kind of flopped over there. It kind of stinks.
Sometimes there's those awkward spots on the course that'll just catch you by surprise.
And I remember we saw that with just not that far away from there earlier this spring. Guys were launching up that hill, and if they were a little too far in that rut, it was launching. They were landing on their side. We saw several drivers do that.
Oh, man, definitely hate to see that for Braden. Scott says, took an afternoon and tomorrow's off. Nice.
Can't beat that.
That is some dedication. Don't want to miss any of the action. Jack Porter, what's up?
Jack Attack. What's up, buddy? It was funny. Jack, earlier this season, was on vacation. He was tuning in from the Caribbean.
I would be okay with that.
Yeah. Kind of fun.
That would make me sad to tune in from the
Caribbean.
An ocean voyage.
As I get Braden flip back over. Got Jay Stort sitting on the line. The cool part is when you're strapped in a buggy that tight, you might as well just, stay strapped in and they flip back over. It's actually pretty easy. It's almost faster and more comfortable than climbing out and then having to climb back in.
They're not easy to climb out of when you're upside down.
No, just stay in it, flip back over, no big deal.
One of the only times that I've really gotten claustrophobic in a race, while racing, was when I flipped the Avenger over on Cable Hill.
Yeah.
Wah, wah. And forgot that I had done up the very top buckle of my harness, which I don't normally do.
Yeah.
But it's probably my dad told me, but he's like, don't forget about that one, and did it. And then when I had my helmet on, I couldn't see it because it was right up under my chin,
Yeah.
And I didn't normally do it, so I wasn't used to unbuckling that very top one. And I couldn't get out. I was upside down, and I was like, I'm stuck. What is going on? I can't get out. You're all kind of, laying in the roof of the buggy. You're trying to get out. And I was like, why am I stuck? I don't like this. And I'm like, Cable Hill is that chute.
Yeah.
So you're upside down in there. Then you're up against the bank on one side. And it was I didn't like that feeling, but actually Shane Christensen was there, and he came and he was like, "Oh, it's your buckle," which I couldn't see with my helmet on what was happening. So
I could see your dad being like, "I tell you, what's going on?"
I was like, "Yeah, we don't need that buckle."
Yeah,
that one's just
that's good times.
That's unnecessary.
Ew,
but yeah, when you're upside down in there, it gets a little disorienting.
I'm sure, especially if you're on Cable Hill, again, depending how far you slid down.
When you're trying to get out and you're stuck, that's not a good feeling. But now I always know.
Yes.
Check the top buckle. Yep. I will never forget that lesson.
Yeah, lesson learned. Yeah, I see that. Got Keith, our recovery expert, up there, helping get everything situated. It didn't look like too crazy of a rollover, but.
We got a lot of folks checking in. I'm cheering on Heckley Racing. Kara says, enjoy the snacky snacks. We definitely will. He just brought a Tupperware up here.
I think there's some cookies and some brownies in there.
That's how Matt and I like to start a race day.
It looks like some kind of cookie brownie things.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
It's like chocolate with saltines. And
if we get quiet later, guys, it's because we're chewing.
For real. What happened? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, you got to appreciate snacky snacks. Got it, Rick.
All right, guys, I am going to give you a quick run-through of our expected schedule for today's racing. You always got to have a little flexibility built in with you never know how a race day could go, but excuse me. We are on our UTV stock class 1 right now. Following this, we will go with our VIN class, Course 1, UTV Youth class, Course 1, UTV Cup, Course 1, UTV Bounty, Course 1, and Bouncer, Course 1. So everybody's going to get their first course for the weekend under their belts today. And then if we have time today, we are going to go ahead and run Course 2 for Youth and Stock and VIN. But, again, that's an if we have time. Like I said, always got to have a little flexibility planned into the race day scheduling. Danny Myrick checking in.
What's up?
Girlfriend, we are so glad that you guys are all right.
Real.
Everyone's been thinking about you, praying for you.
Yeah.
We're glad for how, God's hand of protection was on you guys for
agree.
sure. So
I said my prayer. I said, thank you for keeping your hand on all of them in that motorhome because that was crazy. Yes. And now she's tuning in to cheer us on. What's up, guys?
Jay Stort's on the course.
Again, Jay also racing the Ford buggy, racing Ford play. I was trying to watch my pronunciation on that one. It's obviously one of our
whatever Ford, Matt.
One of our
whatever Ford.
Whatever Ford, Matt. One of our Ford buggies that comes out here and race. We have a few of them out here racing Ford engines. Jay always out there getting it.
Jay tied the knot last weekend.
He did.
Officially. Saw some pictures, heard some stories.
Yeah.
Look, it was a very beautiful weekend.
Looked pretty awesome.
Congrats to them.
I seen him. He was on Snapchat. And he's like, all right, well, we got to clean this mess up here. I was laughing. It's all the tables in the driveway there. I appreciate that.
Sounds like something only a man would say.
It was very cute. I appreciated it. I was like, I like it.
We appreciate the whole Storts, Heckley crew, Perryville Mafia being part of our race family. They keep us on our toes, and they always keep things interesting. That was a 97.819 for Jay Storts. We got Cohen Ellison tuning in from Georgia on storm work.
Wow,
That's some other crazy, sad stuff going on out there, man.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody in North Carolina right now.
Oh, my gosh.
I was talking to Justin Wills on the way here, and, man, it's crazy.
Brantley Haven's out on the course.
Brantley was out there walking the course, hanging out. He had his new dirt bike out there. Said he was doing some wheeling and dealing on the marketplace. His dad was like, it was getting bad. He's like, I was out to ground him from it. He was out there. He's like, and then he showed me his new shiny dirt bike he did some wheeling and dealing on. He sold his old one, got good money out of it, and was able to get a sweet deal on a new one. His dad was like, I don't know. I don't even know what's happening right now. It was pretty awesome.
It's definitely been fun this season looking back and being able to watch Brantley graduate from our youth class and jump right in here to the stock class. He's done an awesome job with it. And apparently is, a well-rounded rider with dirt bikes, I guess. I haven't seen him on that one.
Got some new parts for it, too, that came with it. And his dad was like, yes. Went and did some wheeling and dealing, and you got to definitely respect the hustle.
Okay. Learning how to use Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, I was impressed. Using technology to your advantage. Very handy.
No. Mine's cut out.
There you go.
There we go. All right, we're back.
A little dust. Some debris. We get it. Some of our equipment out here gets a tad dusty on windy days.
Or muddy.
Or watery.
It's hanging in there.
Taylor, we love you, buddy.
Brantley Havens making quick work of this course. Course number 1 here at Wildcat.
That's a 120.990 for Mr. Brantley Havens. Good
Our
job,
current
buddy.
leader on course 1 for the Rock Life UTV stock class is Coy Chappell with a 92, followed by Jay Storts with a 97, Brandon Davis with a 105, and Brantley Havens with a 120. Braden Upchurch, unfortunately, was a DNF. And looks like we've got Cody Kaysen on the line now. We're about halfway through course 1 for the Rock Life Off-Road UTV stock class. We got a whole lot of racing still to go over the next 3 days. Glad you guys can join us here on Hillside Live. Hopefully you'll be able to catch all that racing action over the weekend. If not, of course, you can always go back and check it out again on either Rock Racing TV, Facebook, or YouTube channels. Here we go with Cody Kaysen. Cody is our current leader coming into this weekend for the stock class with a solid 110-point lead.
That's a big lead.
I'd say he's pretty comfortable coming into the finals here.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Cody also races in the Cup class with the stock UTV and does well for himself in that class too, which it's crazy, what he's able to do with this thing, and you can tell that he's just super comfortable in there. And it was interesting to see the difference between him racing a Razor buggy last year. What did he call that one? Daddy's Money?
Daddy's Money, yeah.
And then go back to the full body, to the stock. And
I think
this is his zone. You know, this is where he shines.
And I think you hit the nail on the head. I think you're 100% correct there, Bree. I think he has just gotten so bloody comfortable in this stinking rig that he can take it, run stock class, win, and then literally go run Cup and podium with the same vehicle. I think he's just that in tune with it. He feels good. He feels comfortable. He knows it. He likes it, and does obviously very, very well. What's up, Josh Maple?
89.377. That is our new leader right now on course 1. Speaking of being comfortable in the vehicle and laying down that fast time.
Is that Dan Carter pulling up there to the line?
I think it is Dan Carter. We have not seen Dan out here for a little while. Glad to have him back and be able to finish out the season with us here at finals this weekend.
Yeah, it made me happy. I called him when I was on the way here, and I said, hey, where'd you park at? He said, we're not there yet. We're almost there. I said, good answer. Good answer. Because if you said you weren't coming, I'm going to haul your rig there myself. I was like, I miss you, buddy. He's like, I know. He said, I've been working a lot. And, he said, we picked up some new businesses. And he said, it's just, it's so, it's obviously when you own your own business, it's great because it helps pay for the race program. Unfortunately, but duty calls and you have to go work so you can pay for the race program.
Yep.
So, and obviously keeping your customers happy is very important.
Got to do what you got to do.
He said, we got really busy. So he said, I just thought, you know what, hey, take a few races off, take care of my customers, and that way I can hopefully go play a little bit this winter also.
Yeah. Well, we get it, but we've definitely missed having Dan and Jody out here.
Yeah, Dan has raced three different classes with 3 different buggies before. Like, the guy is an absolute monster. I'm doing good to keep one car together for one class.
Yeah, that's not an easy feat.
I would hate to run 3 classes with 3 different cars. Like, literally, you're just hopping from car to car to car. Like,
You got to bring the whole fleet.
Yes. You almost need like a full-time mechanic just to travel with you, keep it together. But Dan's one of those rock life off-road guys. Again, Dan always willing to help out other guys as well as does a great job racing. Has had weird mechanical failures when he doesn't finish a race. Like one time he had the ground wire on his fuel pump went bad. Like just some weird. He had a couple weird mechanical issues earlier this year. But hard racer, goes out, charges hard, has a great time. Willing to do anything for anybody, to help keep other guys going. We appreciate Dan and all he does for the race program himself. I picked up a candy bucket and put some candy in there.
I saw that.
And it naturally had to be teal.
Naturally.
Somebody else telling somebody else about that. I'm like, this is your season, Matt. It's snacky snack season.
Oh, my goodness. You were made for this.
I was.
It was made for you.
I was. It's great. There's ruts up there. Again, we talked a little bit about getting rain. They started raining last Saturday. It didn't rain for like a week almost. And they a lot of the rain had washed stuff out. So you can see some of those ruts look massive on those UTV tires. And, uh-oh.
No, Dan.
They're saying something about being broke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if his rear driver's side was pulling or not. No. Ah.
Dang it.
Shoot. Broken axle, maybe?
Yeah. Dang it.
Aw, man.
Again, this course is definitely pretty hard. And if you transfer all the load again, if there's a rut, you transfer all the load to that one wheel, it grabs hard. You can definitely see that. Breaking an axle. Got Daniel Heckley pulling line. He is hell-bent on doing a good job today. I figured you'd be proud of that Bree joke.
I see what you did there, Matt.
It's my best Bree joke
My
out
little
there.
Padawan.
Yeah. Dan's sitting in second for the season in a bouncer class, so he's definitely trying to make a statement. Timmy's out there, though, right now.
Daniel is fourth coming into this weekend in the UTV stock class, behind Dylan Dowler, Brandon Davis, and Cody Kaysen. He also had a second-place win at our last race a few weeks ago at Indian Mountain.
Yeah, he's
in the stock class.
He's kind of a beast in his bouncer. He drives that thing like it's a monster truck. Like the heart of the course. Part of the course, I think the funner it is for him.
Look at him go.
Speaking of fun.
It does look fun.
I think he's out there just enjoying it right now. Launching off stuff, whipping it around. I think he's just having a good time. Oh.
Oh.
Stay in it. Oh, whoa.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was a little sketchy up there at the top.
You cannot see from this unfortunate camera angle here how steep some of that really is, and it is just gnarly.
Yeah, as always, just go ahead and assume it's like 40% steeper than it looks on camera. Because in real life, in person, it is.
It's true.
The little Can-Am that can. Does it get that name now, too? Where are we at here? 9.8.288 for Daniel Heckley. All right, Dylan Dowler out on the course now. Dylan sitting in third this weekend in the stock class, coming into the weekend. Also sitting third in the cup class right now. So clearly Dylan's having a very consistent season. See if he's able to gather up some more points and move himself up the list a little this weekend.
What's up, Don Curtis?
So far, so good for Dylan. You know what? Now seems like a good time to go ahead and announce our Skinny Pedal Award winner from our last race at Indian Mountain is none other than Dylan Dowler.
Yes. He rolled over with that front flip and then kept going. Incredibly wild ride. I feel like there was some break there, too, so it's not just a skinny pedal. That was an 84.819 for Mr. Dylan Dowler. And I feel like that was not just a skinny pedal, but also some aggressive braking as well on there. So not just skinny pedal, but some crazy braking, and then right back in the gas.
And then he still finished. Yeah.
So still got his points on the board.
He definitely earned that one.
Oh, yeah.
He will be taking home one of our awesome Skinny Pedal Awards from Jonathan Shepard with Skinny Pedal Fab. I hope you guys have enjoyed the last couple seasons of doing the Skinny Pedal Award just like we have, and having that little extra something to give those that maybe didn't win the race, but they won the entertainment value. That's
and I love
sure.
how awesome Jonathan Shepard does at creating a different style of award. That big, the play button from YouTube, which is obviously everybody likes watching the rollover, so that was kind of neat. This year it came up with a big charm. I'm kind of excited to see what he's going to do next year. Like, it's so cool.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, I'll give you that rundown from Course 1 of the stock class.
Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend, the new Baja Legend MTZ. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
All right, guys, let me give you that first rundown of the weekend so far for the Rock Life Off-Road UTV Stock Class. Course 1, Dylan Dowler had the fastest time with an 84, followed by Cody Kaysen with an 89. Then we had Coy Chappell with a 92, Jay Storts with a 97, and Daniel Heckley with a 98. You know what? I think we only had – let's just go ahead and finish out. We got Brandon Davis with a 105 would have been the sixth place spot there, and then Brantley Havens with a 120, and then we had a couple of DNFs as well. So that is our first course.
Wow.
Done for the weekend.
Just like 39 more to go.
We got a lot still to go.
Like 39 more to go. Just 39. No big deal.
We are going to move on to VIN class next. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not.
There's an XJ revving up somewhere. I'm just saying. We have several XJs that are late entries, and I am here for it. I'm so excited. I love a good XJ. I had some Cherokees, growing up, and there's nothing better than buying one for like $500, taking it out and just using it and abusing it and having a blast. And you can have like $10 million worth of fun with some buddies and an XJ, so.
One of these days, Matt, you're going to bring one out here.
Yeah,
and
we were going to
class
this time, but we brought some other vehicles instead. But, yeah, no, they're a lot of fun. We have a good time. What's up, Nate Holt? How you doing, buddy? My brother out trucking today. We got we're doing fall crawl here in a few weeks. We're getting all our rigs ready for fall crawl in Harlan, Kentucky. Going to go do some wheeling out there. Pretty excited. Then we got speaking of doing other kind of fun stuff after the season ends, we got the bouncer on the rocks coming up.
Battle of the Bouncers.
Battle of the Bouncers. Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty excited about that. Again, we got some cool stuff we'll be dropping later this weekend about it.
Yeah, that'll be at Winrock, November 2nd. So if you guys don't have that on your calendar yet, go ahead and mark it down.
Yeah.
It'll be just a one-day race on that Saturday, and we'll be seeing what bouncers are going to wrap up the year racing.
And there's only 80,000 other acres they can go race there or go play on if they get bored.
We're hoping to come on Friday, like me and my dad and brother, come and do some trail riding on Friday, and then stay and be there to watch the show.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. Yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, it'll be a lot of fun. I know that a lot of guys be a little more ornery sometimes when it's an event that's like that, more of a singular event. So
yeah.
show up, be wild, and
Yep.
have a good time.
You're not concerned for points.
Yeah, I think that's
Not
kind of
that.
the key thing. Is
So-
this is a singular event that separates from the 10 Race Cup Series we do with the National Rock Racing Association. So it's kind of a one and done kind of fun event. So a lot less stress. It's kind of a time where guys kind of go a little more wild. You're not trying to be as more strategic with it.
Yeah.
You're kind of more just kind of going out, going wild, having fun. And again, that's also fun for the spectators as well. So
I think we're going to see some good action there. Again, that's November 2nd at Windrock. You guys will be seeing more details, of course, from us over the next couple of weeks about that.
I think we have some VIN class drivers being wild and crazy on our starting line. I know we have.
Is that Wyatt?
I believe so. Judging only because of the blue color.
That's what I'm going off of.
Yeah.
And I saw him down there, but I didn't have him on my list. So
and
wasn't
he
sure.
said that there's power steering pump isn't working. There's 3 or 4 things that are not.
Sounds about right.
Holback is now running into the back of him as well. So.
Oh my goodness.
So our VIN class are playing bumper cars while they're waiting.
Sounds
and
sounds about right.
Wyatt said this may only last one course, so enjoy it while it's here. So he may only get one course out of it, but he said we're going to have fun while we're here. So we appreciate Mr. Wild Wyatt Wilson. Wyatt's a great dude. Always out helping racers, always having a fun time. We have a good time. You can see Justin Wills and the old WT behind him.
Was it here last year that he raced this?
I believe him and Dan did some co-driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, this.
Yeah, they raced it, and then they
Blue Jeep
swapped
looks
drivers,
familiar.
and they finished second or third, and they were going to cut the trophy in half and each take half of it. So, yeah, definitely appreciate that. Again, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but he is just having a good time with it down there.
Well, and there's just the added excitement of it's finals. It's a little more of a party out here. Everyone's excited. Beautiful weather. We're just having a good time
Yes,
out here.
It is a very, very good time. Justin helped shove him off the line. Oh my goodness!
Something fell off. What was that? Hey, he's still going. He's still rolling. So far, so good.
I love it. Holback helped give him that little. It's like a trampoline when you
boost.
double jump. He's helping him get him going. He's having a good time.
Well, if you guys are just joining us, welcome to the VIN class here on Hillside Live.
Oh, no! I like how he immediately just threw it in reverse and backed down. We'll try it again. There, he's trying to ride those ruts.
Yeah, right.
Oh! No! Uh-oh. Yeah.
He needs another push from the WT.
Wade Good's helping him backing down the hill. Get him a good running start at it.
All right, can he straddle the
Yeah,
rut?
I think he's running 31s on there right now. It's also not necessarily running the best, it sounds like.
It doesn't sound quite.
Come on!
Oh,
He's
oh
definitely.
my gosh.
Oh, no! He's in reverse,
Oh, boy.
and it's barely moving. I think that maybe.
Well, that's what the rev limiter
Yeah,
7X sounds like.
Yeah.
Wait.
He's wiggling the steering wheel back and forth. Oh, I bet you Justin pulls. Look, Justin's going to pull right up there and pull up right behind him.
Is he just gonna push him up the hill?
I bet he does. And that Super Duty is oh!
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to call this team racing. This is the new definition of team racing.
Team racing. We got a team. I mean, this is a true race team.
He's not budging off that hill, man. All right.
Oh, man.
I think we're gonna recover him the correct way here. That was definitely entertaining, though.
Yeah, definitely.
The entertainment value was there.
Yeah. All right, we got a replay of this projectile start right here. You can see Justin Holback right behind him, like shoving him off the starting line. They were playing a little bit of bumper cars as he was taking off. I was trying to also see what broke off the front. Okay. Center cap of the wheel makes sense. He kept driving, so I don't think it was anything too imperative. Heck yeah. That's just awesome.
I want to know did they paint it all blue like that, or did they somehow find a blue Jeep, and then they just knew they had to have it then?
Yeah, I think it was the center cap, Taylor. I think you're correct there. After watching further replay, I feel like an NFL referee. After a further replay, it was the center cap. 5 points. That left the chat. 5 points. 5 extra bonus points. 10-yard penalty.
Oh, my goodness.
First down. Automatic first down. He gets 5 cool points, automatic first down. I like that Justin pulled up and just ran behind him. Like, it's good times.
I saw that coming.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan.
Yeah.
And, when Aragorn has to throw Gimli over to get him to fight the orcs.
I can't reach it.
You'll have to toss me.
Yeah, he's like, I can't get there. He's like, all right. He's like, don't
you have to push me.
Yeah, and he's like, don't ever tell anyone. Yeah, it's so funny. His character in that whole series is hilarious. He's always making jokes. He's like, we're small, but we're nimble.
Oh, good times, guys. Good times. I see James Cantrell joining us here.
What's up, James?
Where's everybody watching from today? I mean, it's the only time of year where we're racing on a Thursday afternoon, and you're hanging out with us here on Hillside Live. So I'm assuming y'all are either playing hooky from work, watching at work. Maybe you just have a weird work schedule and you're off right now.
Hopefully you're working from home.
I have a really weird work schedule. So
yeah,
people
that's
be
true.
like, what do you do for work? I'm like, what day of the week are we talking about?
That's what some people are like, what do you do? I said, well, I have like 10 part-time jobs.
I'm like, tell me what day it is and I'll tell you what I'm doing today.
For real. Bree also has like 10 part-time jobs.
Yeah. The side hustle life.
It really is.
It really is. Did that become such
it's kind of funny because it's a weird dinner conversation. Like, so Bree, tell me what you do. Well, I'm kind of a...
I'm like, well, on Mondays and Wednesdays.
She's like...
And then on Tuesdays.
I'm a model, actress, sportscaster, off-road racer, babysitter.
Yep.
Like,
yeah, it's pretty much.
It's I nail most of them. There's like the top...
I think you hit all the high points
That's like the top 6, top 8 of your top 10. Like, and the funny thing is, you could literally do all of those within a calendar week, within 7 business days.
Frequently.
You could do all of those. Like, it's awesome.
Yep, and then I'm here in Kentucky on a Thursday for racing.
It's good times.
Great, I love it. I wasn't made for the 9-to-5 office life.
Yeah, I'm with you. No, we didn't. Craig Zollinger on there is talking about building a full body. He'll be with us soon. I love it.
All right.
Zollner.
Craig Zollner.
Zoellner.
Is that on YouTube? So we've told you guys lots of times. Matt and I watch the Rock Racing TV Facebook page, and but we also have Taylor watching the Rock Racing TV YouTube channel and trying to help monitor comments on there so we can include that as well. So he will occasionally fill us in on what's happening in the YouTube crowd.
Yeah, we love everybody tuning our YouTube. Again, I always give the spiel that a lot of smart TVs now have the YouTube app. You can hop over on YouTube on your smart TV. You can be sitting in your big comfy recliner, eating some fun snacky snacks, watching it from your recliner in your climate-controlled office. Yes, we love our YouTube viewers. We appreciate that. I have a lot of friends who watch from YouTube.
We get a little more revenue from the YouTube, which is a good thing.
Dustin Vaughn said, "Looks like TJ Hill." Yeah, it would be a really good time. We'd love to see you out here. Greg Meadows says, "On the hill behind you." We love it when we have lots of racers' families that will tune in on the hill. And
Here
Justin Wills.
Justin
Hoback taking off the starting lane. I know. I talked to him on the way here, and that's why I got Wills on my brain. Justin Hoback.
In
Now
the
here
WT,
the
Justin
WT.
coming into the weekend third in points for the season.
Definitely rocking it out.
And as we already saw, not only does the WT get to race this class, it also gets to recover.
Yes.
Often as well.
Yeah, it does. It does a ton of recovery stuff. He also Justin does a great job with our youth section. Our youth racers. He has a drivers meeting for them. Does a great job getting the course lined out. I mean, he does an incredible job with that. So if you have ever been here and watched our youth Clark program, huge shout out to Justin for helping that.
Oh yeah, we got to give a big thank you to the whole Hoback family. Justin, like you said, helps get the youth courses decided on and figured out, and has that meeting with the kids. Haley has been making up our driver's list for all classes in order and handing them out at driver's meeting.
And we are very thankful for that.
And I know that everybody in the pits appreciates that because they don't have to all go ask Garion. What number
Who am I after?
When am I going?
What do I run next? Yeah, that's the biggest thing. What do I run next?
Yeah, so a big thank you to Haley for taking the time to do that. And then, of course, both the Hoback kids race in the youth class.
And they're absolutely adorable. And both Henri and Silly. I love our I love our youth. And I was telling some of my buddies last week, we were on Joseph Route, and I was saying, our youth kids will be playing in the mud, jumping, having the greatest time together, and then they go race, and they're like, oh, dude. They get real serious when it comes to race time. Take the helmet back off, back into playtime. Building bridges out of mud, whatever it takes, okay?
Mm-hmm. I wish I had their energy out here.
They do. They run. It's like a pack of them. They run together.
Man, what a beautiful day out here.
It really is.
I don't think this is probably the best weather we've had all year at a race because we have had some doozies.
We have.
The rain, the mud.
Yeah.
We had an exceptionally rainy season.
Up until this event, 7 of our 9 were done in flat-out mud. It was rough.
We are definitely appreciating this nice fall weather out here at Wildcat. Wildcat is in East Bernstadt, Kentucky, if you are wondering. And if you say, where's that? Then I can tell you it's somewhere near London.
Yes, London.
And if you say, where's that? Then I don't know because
it's,
that's all I got.
It's about 15 or 20 minutes past Richmond, Kentucky, which is about 30 minutes past Lexington and an hour and a half past Louisville.
There you go.
Yes.
Google Maps is our friend. Hour and a half north of Knoxville.
Yeah.
There you go.
Also, an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes from Cincinnati, depending on what route you're taking. I know we got the reclaimed racing team, all hailing from that Cincinnati, Ohio area. Justin is having some trouble with these ledges, but they are gnarly.
Oh, once again, guys, the real entertainment is on the radio.
We have some sassy people. I think Bree was a few weeks ago. You said let's sell a subscription service.
Yeah,
$100 a month to the radio chatter you can hear. I'm down with that.
Yeah, if you want to have a paid subscription to Hillside Live, then it'll include the radio chatter.
Oh, no. To hear some of the stuff we get, it's going to be $100 a month. And you have to sign a waiver, an NDA, that you won't repeat anything you hear. We need some snacky snacks and some good suppers. Well, I'm okay with $100 a month,
Come on, Justin. The WT is just a little tired from its adventures out on the trail last night.
I feel like
that's all.
I feel like there's a few extra dents in that truck.
Yeah.
since
if
last
you might
night.
notice the door.
I did notice the door. There's several places that I didn't. They came by our camp at about 11 o'clock. We're going trail riding. You going? I'm like, I don't think so.
WT's just a little tired. It's a little tired from that.
It was. And there was like 4 or 5 people deep in that truck, and they were having a real good time. Yeah, they had a good time.
Nikki Mathis says, all the fire crews on the hill say hello.
Aw.
Well, hello to you guys.
Heck yeah,
Thank you so much for being out here and for being, on guard for everybody this weekend, and we are glad to have you.
Yeah, we appreciate all the fire and rescue crews, all of our EMS out there. Yeah, our VIN class is definitely getting the most smiles per mile, I think, is definitely the VIN class right now.
I think Justin's just like, get me off this hill. Why is this course so long? Janet, we are bummed you can't join us out here in person, but glad you can at least have Hillside Live to
Heck yeah.
give you a little entertainment. Use his blinker.
I love it. It's just good times. Oh, he's sliding a little bit there.
Whoa.
There we go. Just waiting for it to drop in the ruts. No big deal. Keeping it on all fours, going straight. What's up, Justin?
There it is.
That's a 4.32.166 for Mr. Justin Hoback. Our first finisher of the class.
Of the VIN class.
It has proved to be a little difficult than usual.
This must be Kenneth on the line now.
Yes, Kenneth Cozine. You've seen him in Bad Donkey. He sold the chassis, was building a new one, taking some of his parts, putting on a new chassis. He's working with Sunfire Off-Road, trying to get a new bouncer built. Pretty excited.
Oh. Whoa, here we go. He didn't need a push off the starting line. That's for sure.
Hey, I was going to bring a Cherokee, but Taylor, your wife, threatened me with an inch of my life. How many tough guys I've heard that from? I'll do what I want. Just don't tell her I said that.
So last night we were all hanging out around the RV as we often do in the evenings, and Kenneth had his phone out on like Facebook Marketplace or whatever, and they were trying to find a rig for, I think, Jay to race in VIN class today. And they were like, all right, how far away is this one?
Yes,
Like,
yes.
Oh no, the same spot as Wyatt.
Oh.
Oh man. We've already heard a lot of rev limiters on this hill.
We have a bunch.
For only 2 classes in.
And 2 of the 3, 66% is XJs. Actually, that might be a Grand Cherokee. I can't. Cherokees. Let's just say Cherokees. A blanket Cherokee.
There you go.
You gotta love a Cherokee, though.
I had a Grand Cherokee in high school that I liked.
You did?
I liked a lot.
Yeah. Well, you
and I
remember
had
what
a
year
regular
was it?
Cherokee that was gold,
Yeah.
and I named it Bling. Because why not?
I love it.
Yeah.
Old
They
Bling.
were good. They were good little cars.
Old Bling. They are. They're great. You can't really beat a Cherokee. They're durable. They're not super efficient, but they're not horrible because it's a 6-cylinder. You know, they're really reliable. Yeah, they weren't super expensive, but they are climbing because guys realize what, some of us you have known for a long time.
They take a beating, clearly.
They're very, very durable. I think his back tire was still spinning in the air, just like all 4 tires are quietly moving, not going anywhere. I love that. That makes me so happy.
All right. We're sending in Tool Man.
Yeah. We're sending in like the recovery expert.
Deploy the Tool
Yeah.
Man.
There's times I've been on full tilt race mode in the bouncer on the hill, and Keith pulls up next to me like an idol, like, "Hey, buddy, you good? You need some help?" I'm like, I'm broke. He's like, "All right, okay."
You're like, I do, in fact,
Yes.
need some help.
Yeah. It's awesome. Keith is a great dude. Helps us out a lot.
Definitely a huge thank you to Keith and Sharon for they're always being here,
Yep.
being at the races, being part of the race family, and our recovery crew would not be the same without Keith out there to hold down the fort.
Yes. Him and his wife are just two of the most kindest people you'll ever meet. What's up, Tony Clifton? Mama Bynum tuning in there. What's up, Kurt? Yeah, those 31s, you just don't get much clearance on a 31 or 28 or...
Speaking of recovery helpers, we got to give a shout out to Cody Kaysen too, because somehow he is just always there.
He is.
He's always, ready to help. He's on the side of the hill. He's either spotting, a driver or, running on winch cable or whatever.
You're not even done rolling. He's in the cab like, "Hey, buddy, you okay? You need some help?" You're like, "What are you doing in here?
How did you get here?
How did you get here so fast?" Yeah, the doors were locked. What happened? We're like, "Hey, it shouldn't go that way, Matt." I'm like, Thanks a lot. I'm upside down. I appreciate that knowledge right now. You just got to appreciate that.
All right, our final driver for course 1 of the Venn class is Charles Carris, coming in first in points to the weekend with a very solid lead. All right, we got to see how he handles.
Yeah, he's got a little more
the hill.
A little more suspension.
His tires look a little bigger.
Yeah, a little bigger tire, a little more suspension travel. See what he does here.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Yeah, having a little bigger tire diameter definitely made a big difference. Yeah, the scoreboard Cherokees are pretty cool. It's kind of cool because that square chisel kind of gives it kind of rugged.
That's what bling was.
Bling, yeah, bling. I love that. I love you called it bling because it was gold.
It was a gold Cherokee.
Yeah.
Like, it was so easy to find in the parking lot, you know? Like, how often do you see a gold
Cherokee? Yeah.
Honestly, it would have been ugly if I wasn't.
Yeah.
If I didn't call it bling and make it cute.
Yeah. But the thing is, with that kind of a durability, it's all, you can put it in full drive, get around real well. You can never call and be like, oh, I'm sad, I'm stuck. I can't get home. Hey, you're in a Cherokee. I know you can get home. Like, okay, I'll be home in 15 minutes.
That's the car that I had a snake on the floorboard one time when I opened the driver door.
Oh.
And it was slithered up under the dash.
Yeah.
And I got in and drove anyway because I was
Really?
like, I gotta go. I don't have time to look for this snake.
Okay.
And I was just hoping it didn't fall out of my feet the whole time. I never saw it again.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd have drove. I'm like, we got to burn this car. We got to set this on fire.
I was in the parking lot somewhere, and I was like, man, I can't. Like, I got to go to work.
Bree's like, duty calls.
What do I do?
Duty calls.
I'm going to just get in and drive. All right, Charles. Still making his way around the course. Definitely giving Justin Hoback a little run for his money here.
Yeah, the Cherokee is a little bit lighter. Having the same size Cherokee, the same size tire roughly as Justin, but a little bit lighter,
a little more nimble.
Yeah, a little more nimble. He made those ledges. He was able to kind of scale a little bit faster, so he shaved some time there. See what his time's going to be. Wow.
169.523.
Yeah, definitely getting a few finishes there in the VIN class.
That's right. We got two at least. So Charles Chris with a 169 and Justin Hoback with a 432. And then unfortunately we had our DNFs from Kenneth and Wyatt, which is a bummer because they don't normally race with us in the VIN class.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see them be able to do the whole course, but there's still a lot to come for this weekend.
Yeah.
So that is course one for the VIN class. We are going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll be ready to go with UTV Cup. Don't go far.
Rebirthed from the depths of Baja, Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. The new Baja Legend MTZ. Silica reinforced T4 tread compound. Powerply 3-ply construction. Improved 4-pitch side biters. Proven MTZ tread styling for undisputed traction. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
Okay.
Okay.
If we won't be on camera, I'll just read this page.
Why don't I read this first sentence and a half and do the rest of it? That way I can. No.
I'm fine. Yeah, because we don't have camera right now, so.
Okay. And we're back.
All right, guys, we are ready to continue with course one for our Super Grip UTV Cup class. Y'all got to hear us, some
Chatting
of the
away.
behind the scenes there, figuring things out. Mike, I can't tell you exactly what time bouncers are going to be, but we've got 3 more classes to run before bouncers, so it'll be a little bit still. We are going to kick things off with Dan Carter. Listening to a little bit of
trying to get the order of the
radio
operations.
Scheduling here. I think we're probably going to let our youth class run at the end of the day. We'll see how things continue to shake out.
Come on, Dan, get up there.
All right, Dan, we want to see you cross that finish line.
This new buggy, he has been absolutely ripping it this season. They brought this out at Rush Off-Road Park in Rush, Kentucky, and he has been just, ripping this thing right out the gate. Very smooth runs. That's a great looking drone shot there. Not only get to see the course, you get to see the spectator area behind it, and it's just, an incredible angle of the course there. Dan Carter racing down the hill. Those are some big drop-offs.
Whoa!
Big drop-offs. They're pretty washed out. Go, baby, go.
Come on, Dan.
That was a 96.132 for Mr. Dan Carter.
Not bad, not bad.
Heck no. I like that last little rip there.
That's what we're used to seeing from Dan.
Yeah. Again, that new buggy is definitely working well.
Now, Bill Curtis, we miss you being out on the hill, too.
We do. The whole Curtis family is just great people. Danny said, "I'm back. Ankle surgery Thursday." Oh
man. Well,
yeah.
We're sorry to hear that you need surgery on it, but again, just grateful that everything ended up the way it did for you guys, and things weren't any worse.
Her post says we definitely had God looking out for us and on our side that day, and I said I could not agree more. That was incredible. Especially when you saw the pictures of the motorhome. Holy cow.
Martin Stewart out on the course, running for Austin Connell's spot, but making popcorn right off the bat. That's never a good way to come off the line.
And, and again, not we're used to hearing. He stopped and shut it off, and it started to idle. Sounded fine, but I'm not sure. It's a right-hand drive buggy, which is kind of uncommon to see for buggies in general, whether it be a bouncer or a UTV. But very cool, very iconic from that Stewart family.
A little nod to his dad's Gone Postal bouncer from a few seasons back.
And I've seen him do some pretty acrobatic things in this UTV. Again, at idle, it sounds fine. When he starts to get into the gas, clearly something's not.
Oh, man. That's frustrating.
And you see Cody Kaysen sprinting to the vehicle, trying to see if he can see any sensors hanging out, any connectors unplugged. Again, just lots of popping and crackling there. Something just isn't quite right. Man, you hate to see that.
That is a bummer.
Again, Martin, a heck of a racer. Can absolutely get out and just throw it down. So,
All right, Casey Howell on the course. Casey coming into this weekend 5th in points in our Super Grip UTV Cup class.
Coming out that starting gate, just rip it out there, launching off that little Mickey Thompson ramp.
Shout out to Dearborn Drone Co. for bringing us all these awesome shots all season long. We have definitely gotten spoiled with the drone coverage here with Hillside Live, and wouldn't be the same without it. I'm sure you guys watching at home probably feel the same way.
Yeah.
It definitely helps put the race courses into perspective. It
does.
As well as just helps be able to maintain the visibility, as we're following the vehicles around.
Especially on some of these courses are so 3D. You almost have to have a drone just to...
Casey ripping through the course here. Let's see what that time is. 75.297, our current leader for course 1 of the Super Grip UTV Cup class. If you guys are just joining us, we've completed course 1 for our Rock Life UTV stock class and for our VIN class. So after this course is complete, we will be halfway through our day of racing here. This is Nathan King on the line. He is running for Matt Myrick's point.
Getting Nathan up there, getting it. That iconic orange and black wrap. Paying homage to the good old boys, Dukes of Hazzard, who used to send it in their Charger. All like 3,000, like 500 they went through in that TV show. That was back before things like suspension travel,
Oh, gosh.
Nathan and his sister Madison will both be doing quite a bit of racing this weekend.
Yeah, we will see them both in the bounty class as well.
They're racing this and bounty. Their poor dad is definitely going to work at it and putting buggies back together this weekend. That big rock, that first big rock, has definitely washed out underneath a lot more, and I'm surprised we haven't seen some of our UTVs having more of an issue with it.
Yeah, it has definitely presented problems, in seasons past when we race here at Wildcat. So far, so good.
That's a 75.955 from Mr. Nathan King. Then he says, I'll take surgery over a funeral. Yeah, I hear you. It's crazy to see that motorhome just so crunched in, but we're glad everybody's okay. That's the important part.
That's right. Motorhomes can be replaced.
Yeah.
Alston Tidwell on the line now. Alston is now the owner of one of my race bracelets.
Yeah.
So I figure that's probably at least 20% horsepower increase. Probably at least good for that much.
I'm out here rocking one. It says "send it" on it, and it's white and teal, and it just makes me so happy. Yeah, race life. Yeah. Taylor's like, I'm race life, even if I don't want to be some days. Yeah, the ruts right there are just unbelievably violent. And again, some of those ledges are pretty undercut. You have to almost hit it just at the right angle. Otherwise, you're either A, going to belly out, or B, it's going to be just kind of a rough transition.
Alston also racing with us in the bounty class. He's 5th in points in bounty coming into this weekend.
So this is like a pre-run of what he's going to see here shortly in the bouncer class. The bouncers are going up. They're going up to the far right, coming down the middle, and then going back up the far left, and then running that ridge. So.
And everybody that is running multiple classes with the same vehicle definitely got their work cut out for them this weekend. Like you mentioned, with the King family, it's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, any race weekend is difficult with that, but when you double the racing, it just makes it that much more difficult. A lot to hold together.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
There you go.
There you go.
Just take that.
We don't need no stinking
need
bushes.
A tumbleweed out there.
Yeah, that first big rock right there. A lot of it's kind of washed away. It's kind of become an undercut. I really am surprised that we haven't seen a lot of the smaller tire guys have more of an issue than they have. So, shout out to all of our drivers. .569 for Alston Tidwell. Taylor's back there eating his lunch, just enjoying his chicken fingers. I'm not gonna lie, I like some chicken fingers too. Pretty tasty. Just a Gingy and his chicken fingers.
Oh my goodness.
That's his Instagram name, the Gingy19.
Tim Cameron on the course.
Mr. TC out there.
Coming into this weekend first in points in the Super Grip UTV Cup class with a 54-point lead ahead of Clay Kaysen.
Which is a comfortable lead, but not if, you want to stay good and consistent, but definitely don't want to make any silly mistakes here. Because I assure you, Clay will have no problem capitalizing on those. So trying to get out there, have fun, be smart. Again, there's lots of areas you can definitely get caught up in. Trying to keep his points on the board. Looks like he's just being consistent, kind of playing it safe. Kind of using that lead to his advantage. Woo! Kind of ramping off there a little bit. Getting that black with that iconic green. I like his young Dolph Merrick little wrap there. That's a 7.5.438 for Mr. Tim Cameron.
Our current leader is still Casey Howell with a 75.2.
He was moving.
Now followed by Tim Cameron with a 75.4, and then Nathan King with a 75.9.
Wow. That's crazy. 75 seconds, and we have 3 times all within like less than a second. That's crazy.
It is crazy.
It's one thing if you have a 16-second course. It's another thing when you have a 75-second course.
Big old long course like this.
Yeah. And you see one guy you think is blazing fast, and you see another guy who looks kind of just, good consistent time, and then they take out a half a second apart. Cody Kaysen out there. He was out in his full body this morning, ripping around a little bit. Got his chase bar blinging on the back.
We saw Cody race already in the stock class and had a second place time on course 1.
That is a steep climb out there.
Yeah, you guys got to remember, if you've never been to a race in person, we're so glad that you can join us on Hillside Live.
Yes.
But you just got to remember that objects on camera are steeper than they appear.
Much steeper.
Just go ahead and add like a 40% grade to it.
He is thrashing through there in that full body. Oh, buddy. That blue helmet in there just bobbling around.
So he must be wanting to save the other vehicle. I don't know what he calls the other one. The stock. It's the tube stock.
Yeah. I see he has two full
the
bodies.
The other one for Cup class. Because usually we'll see him run it in the usually we'll see him run the same vehicle in both classes. But I think he must be wanting to save it for stock class.
Yeah.
A little strategizing.
He is a monster in a full body, though.
78.182 was Cody's time.
Anytime you're running similar times with Tim Cameron in a full body, you're doing something.
Actually, guys, that was a 78.872.
Got Cooper Bentley sitting on the line. Cooper, one of our seasoned drivers. One of our young guns. Earlier this season, he was in the youngest seasoned driver ever in our bouncer class.
Cooper coming into the weekend 4th in points in the Super Grippy UTV Cup class. He also had a 3rd place finish at our last race at Indian Mountain.
He is sliding around on that hill. Absolutely out there just getting it. Getting Cooper Bentley in that iconic blue UTV. That was a 70.028 from Mr. Cooper Bentley. Again, you'll see him out here doing some more racing this weekend. Looks like we got Brandon Davis sitting in that race line starting gate, getting him pulled to the line. Again, shout out to Justin Hoback for all his hard work he puts in before and after racing the VIN class. He runs our race line starting gate for us, make sure all of our drivers are safe.
Yep, he'll do that starting line safety check. We like to do one last safety check. Of course, all our drivers know what's required, but when you got your adrenaline going and you're getting strapped in and you're strapping in your Hans and your wrist restraints or your window net and your 5-point harness system. And, it's always good to have that extra set of eyes doing one last safety check on the line, making sure everything got buckled and tightened down.
Again, my biggest thing is just making sure my seatbelt clips over my Hans device. Sometimes it'll kind of slide off when you're getting everything tightened down. You start snugging it all down. You think you're good, and having that set of eyes is huge. So
Brandon Davis on the course.
He is whipping around through there.
Brandon's going to be a busy man. Racing 3 classes for 3 days.
Got that new iconic orange and gray and black wrap on his duggies. Looking sharp. Cheryl had the turkey mounted on the wall.
I saw the picture.
I liked it, but I was like, so no more travel turkey. No more. She's like, well, we could take it down from the wall.
No more turkey in the bus?
Yes, no more turkey in the bus. Although there are 2 turkeys in that bus, trust me. Brandon Davis and his wife, Cheryl. Cheryl went out hunting and shot a turkey earlier this year, and they had it stuffed, and it was in the bus for a while. But they finally had it mounted on like a stick, and they had it on the wall. It looks very cool. Very, very cool.
Just some a lot of well-rounded hobbies
Yes,
that
yes.
the Davises
They do.
enjoy. 80.095 for Brandon Davis.
The bugs like you because you're so sweet.
Every time.
You're just so sweet.
I'm like waging war against these bugs out here right now.
That was tiny enough. I don't know if my eyesight's good enough to see that bug.
I saw it.
You got any bugs back there with you, Taylor?
The whole production trailer
much-
smells like chicken tenders
Yeah,
right now.
Yeah.
But guess who's not eating chicken tenders?
Yeah.
Me and Matt.
No.
We're
David
we're messing with
Darnell
you.
coming out that race line starting gate. Appreciate that black and like purple, I guess you could call it. Sharp looking rig.
Whoa, no!
So right there is where we saw several bouncers have the same issue. And the reason why is
It donkey kicks you weird.
if you go too far to the right or too far to the left, especially the right, there's a big ravine. You can kind of see it right below the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. If you go too far right, the reason your front tire starts to drop, when the back end comes up, it will just kind of fling you. We saw Jay Stortz.
Yep. I forgot
Nick-
that had been
yeah.
a problem
Yeah.
earlier this season when we raced here.
Nick Stortz. We saw several drivers have that same issue. Got a quick replay here, brought to you by Rock Racing TV. Again, we had several drivers. You can kind of see it just right to that side. You just doesn't quite get the hype there, and there's definitely something broken on that front wheel
No, he
as
didn't
well.
even get a chance to try and drive out of it.
Yeah.
It just went right over.
Yeah, when he
Aw,
landed, you can see
man.
that front right tire lands. I don't know if he broke a ball joint or what, but there's definitely some mechanical damage there. Now, the good news is UTVs are really light, so you got. We can get a couple guys flipping back over. See who's pulling to our race line starting gate now. We got all of our bouncers over there lined up, looking great. Checking them out.
We've got just a few drivers left for Course 1 of the Super Grip UTV Cup class. Then we'll be about halfway through our planned day of racing. I know we might continue if things are going well and running smoothly and get another couple courses under our belt. So we'll see how the day plays out.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
We've still got UTV Bounty, the Bouncers, and our youth class to run after this. Course 1 for everybody. If you guys are just tuning in, welcome to Hillside Live for the NRRA Finals presented by Mickey Thompson. Hard to believe that this weekend is wrapping up our 2024 season already. That means we've got a whole bunch of awards to give away Saturday evening at our awards banquet. But
Some you want to win, some you don't.
hey, we enjoy watching the Skinny Pedal
Yes.
awards. Find a home.
Yes.
Find a home.
They're like a really nice consolation prize.
Hey, you might as well have something cool to hang on the wall after you put on a show.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
or hang around your neck.
around your neck, whatever.
As this season's trophies are. But if you guys are sad that the rock racing action is coming to a close for the year, well, there's still one more event in November. It's just a standalone event happening at Windrock called Battle of the Bouncers on November 2nd. So if that's not on your calendar yet, go ahead and write it down. Make plans to be there. Windrock is in East Tennessee in the Oak Ridge area and has it's a humongous park. It's got a huge trail system. I forget how many, like 70,000 acres or something crazy.
Yeah.
Got a lot. So it's a great time that you could plan to come trail ride, maybe on Friday and then stay and watch all the bouncer action on Saturday. But there will be more details coming out about that, of course, over the next few weeks as we get closer. But November 2nd, Battle of the Bouncers at Windrock Park in East Tennessee. We will not be live for that one. This weekend is your last Hillside Live show that you'll be watching for the year. So we will not be live on November 2nd. If you want to watch the action, you got to go old school, baby. You got to come see it in person.
Yep.
Pretend like it's 8 years ago.
Yep.
So we hope you guys will be able to make plans and join us for that one. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, Taylor's like,
we're all kind of excited to just be spectators for the day. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Just show up,
Taylor
hang
gets to
out.
get out of the back of the trailer and
Yeah.
away from the screens, see it all up close in person.
he's going to give you a camera and be like, hey, just go live. Walk around this camera.
We need to find you a really great
Taylor
spot
used
to sit.
He usually Taylor, just take this walk around and go live. Hey, if you could go hide on the hill somewhere in a hole, we could ramp over you. That'd be great. Taylor's like, I don't know if that's safe. Listen, we'll bring you some chicken fingers on the hill, okay? He's like, we'll take you some chicken fingers on the hill. Just hide in a hole, let them ramp
You
over
just
you.
got to pretend like it's back in the day. You know,
I
there
can
was
hear-
no live feed.
I could hear your wife now. She'd be like, is this safe? No. Okay, then how much is he getting paid for this? That'd be the second question out of her mouth. All right, are we going to... Yeah? Me or Bree? I'm game. Let's go, baby.
You should be wanting to ride with me.
Bree's ridden it before. Yeah.
Big Booty Judy
I like
be out
it.
there hitting the trails.
Are we waiting on parts still? Last I knew there was a crank or something getting ordered. It was... No? Okay.
Well, we shall see what the day brings.
Surprise.
We shall see. Janet confirmed for me Windrock is 78,000 acres.
Oh,
I knew
78.
it was huge.
I tell people it's 80, but I guess I'm just rounding it up.
You're pretty close.
It's huge. Yeah. They have a campground area. They have cabins you can rent. They have power water hookups. They have, camping. If you have campgrounds, like say you bring a tent and you want to camp in your tent, but you still want power, they have those. They have some really, really awesome amenities there.
It's a great place. If you've never been before and it's, within your range of travel and whatnot, I think you guys should definitely make plans to come on out and check it out with us in person.
They have an awesome check-in center. They just built a new, general store is what you call it, but they have lots of stuff in there.
Yeah, I don't think I've been in there yet.
It's not where the rock bouncers, for our rock bouncer race, we go in a different entrance. So I actually drove to it because I said, I want some stickers.
Okay, that's why I haven't ever.
So I actually went out and went to the next one just to see it. And it's like a 40 by 60, maybe a 50 by 80 building they just built. It's got a coffee shop in the back of it. It's pretty sweet.
That's legit.
Yeah, it's awesome.
All right, Emma asked if we can go over the top 5. We've still got 3 drivers left to go on course 1 for the Cup class, but I can go ahead and give you our rundown as it stands right now. Let me see. Cooper Bentley, speaking of Bentleys, is in the lead right now with a 70, followed by all these 75. Let's see. Casey Howell with a 75.2. Tim Cameron with a 75.4. Nathan King with a 75.9. And then Cody Kaysen with a 78. Was that about as clear as mud, Emma? It's Cooper, Casey, Timmy, Nathan, Cody. But we still have Madison, Clay, and DC to run. So I've got a feeling that top 5 might get a little shook up before it's all said and done.
Yeah, it should be good. I'm excited. And a little nervous. Some of these steep hills are pretty gnarly behind us.
You got this, Matt.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Just remember, send it.
Send it. Yeah, just send it. I actually had spare rear axle shafts shipped here. Bought some chromoly shafts and had them shipped here. They got here yesterday, so we got spare parts if we break something. Because I got this here. I'm here this week for this. And then
I like it. Planning ahead.
I got fall crawl next weekend, so I'm like, I'm going to break something at some point. I might as well just start ordering spare parts. I got a spare ring and pinion for the rear.
All right, guys, we're listening to a little radio chatter. Getting caught up on the plan here, getting the course cleared. That was David Darnell with that DNF on the course. Unfortunate little rollover. We've had a couple of those so far, but no real carnage out here yet today for our first half of the day of racing here at Wildcat.
Asha Bowman said, watching from Indiana, sadly. Indiana, it's good. It's a good time. I mean, it's not here, obviously.
It's not here.
Yeah. Emma Bentley, miss you too. Mama Bynum said she'll be cheering me on.
Oh.
We appreciate you and all you do.
All right, here's Clay Kaysen on the course. Clay is coming into the weekend second in points behind Timmy. Timmy with a 54-point lead over Clay. Clay with a 9-point lead ahead of Dylan Dowler. Clay won our last race for the Cup class at Indian Mountain a few weeks ago. So hopefully he's going to bring some of that winning momentum into this weekend as well.
His buggy's 401k, and I'm like, that's what it takes to get in this sport. About 401ks to get in this sport.
401k. We know where his priorities are.
Yes, I'm with you. He is getting it.
Nice. Let's see that time. Ooh.
Wow.
69.092. That is your new leader for course one of the Super Grip UTV Cup class. That moved Cooper Bentley down to second and Casey Howell down to third currently.
Talk about flying. Those guys are moving.
DC Thompson on the line now, and then we'll have Madison. Nope.
Cooper.
I forgot Dylan was number 13.
Oh,
so
okay.
Dylan's going to be,
Yep.
I was like, why is he back there?
Yes.
Dylan's going to be going last. So we still might have things get a little shook up here.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
a pretty quick run from Clay, though.
That was. I think Madison is only going to race Bounty because she's sitting third in points.
Ah, that makes sense.
Woo! DC has had some really consistent runs this year.
Ooh. All right, DC, come on. Straight on to the finish line, and let's see what that time is.
That's a 73.732 for DC
Wow,
Thompson.
that's a smoking time. That's a third place time right now.
He has been really quick and consistent this year.
We got Clay with a 69, Cooper with a 70, DC with a 73, and then our 375. We've got Dylan Dowler on the line. He did draw number 13, and if you're not familiar with that, it's just kind of like a little fun rule that we have in the series. Whoever draws that 13th spot can choose to either stay in the 13th position or go first or go last. So Dylan obviously chose to go last. We'll see how that plays out for him. Dylan is third in points coming into the weekend in the Super Grip UTV Cup class. He's also third in points in the stock class coming into the weekend. Time to beat right now is a 69 from Clay Kaysen.
Dylan's had a great season.
I mean, the fact that he's coming into finals third in both classes he's racing in, yeah, definitely.
That iconic orange just definitely sticks out. You can always tell where he's out racing at.
He even won himself a Skinny Pedal award from our last race at Indian Mountain in the stock class. Oh, stay with it, Dylan.
Wow.
Woo-hoo-hoo. And he's still third in stock coming into this weekend.
Just ripping through that course.
$74.516 for Dylan Dowler.
Getting a quick time there.
All right, guys, we'll take a real quick commercial break, come back and give you that top 5 rundown, and then we're going to be ready to go right into course 1 for UTV Bounty.
The Mickey Thompson Premium Mud Terrain is on the road and full of undisputed attitude. The Baja Boss MT. No compromises, ever. We are purpose-built tires for truck and Jeep enthusiasts everywhere. All mud tires are not created equal, and here's the proof. Powerfly XD construction, asymmetrical tread design, extreme side biters, and more. Find your tire size today at MickeyThompsonTires.com.
RCV Performance specializes in axle manufacturing. We've been doing this for a little over 80 years on a variety of different products. We really specialized into the racing and rock balancing and all that about 15, 20 years ago, got into the specialized aftermarket automotive stuff, and we love it. So what sets RCV apart from the rest is we use a CV, whereas that replaces the U-joint in solid axle applications. So your custom 14-bolt, Dana 80, Dana 60, 44, Jeep JK, everything that has a solid front axle, we'll replace that U-joint, put a CV in, which will give you a smoother power delivery, stronger at angle, and overall better performance. So we make RCVs for everything from Suzuki Samurai to Jeep to Toyota, all the way to Rockwell, custom, whatever, you name it, we got it. So reach out to us, rcvperformance.com. Check us out online.
All right, guys, let me give you that top 5 rundown from course 1 for the Super Grip UTV Cup class. Clay Kaysen had the fastest time with a 69, followed by Cooper Bentley with a 70, DC Thompson with a 73, Dylan Dowler with a 74, and Casey Howell with a 75.2. So some really tight racing out here today. I mean, we see it a lot. But it's still always mind-boggling to me how close, because we had a 75.2, 75.4, and 75.9 as well.
Yeah,
so.
And again, you know, Tim Cameron, somebody we're used to seeing in that number 1 spot, is sitting sitting top for the season. You know, didn't do as well on that hill as he probably would have liked, but at the same time, he's probably being super cautious right now, being 52 points coming into this weekend. You know, he can lose 5-10 points per course. Yeah. And that still puts him still in first place for the season. So he is probably being extremely cautious, extremely calculated, very careful, very methodical, you know, being very, very concerned about how he plays each tire, how he does each rut, just trying to get a finish each time. As long as he finishes probably in the top 10 each time, he probably is going to be able to still squeak through.
Definitely that strategy coming into play there.
It is. And we know, I think we're going to see some of these courses, you know, as they get harder out throughout the weekend. It's going to be... Some are going to be make or break, I think, by the end of the week. So we'll see how that plays out. But now we're getting on to the UTV Bounty. We've got about a half dozen guys here. Looks like Nathaniel Bell might be kicking it off for us.
Nathaniel Bell sitting first in points coming into this weekend in Bounty class. He's got a 21-point lead over Casey Howell in that second-place spot.
Bell flying out of there in that TC-built chassis. Again, this is the Bounty course, so they're racing the same course that the bouncers are taking. Again, a long, rough course here. Literally going out the top and immediately turning around and coming right back through. And there's some rough sections through there. I think those lines, I think you're going to see the bouncers pretty much take those same lines.
Yeah, a little sketchy. Oh!
Okay. A little crazy. Back down, got reset.
I think Bill just got the most up-close and personal shot of his life. Obviously, the Bounty class is our most challenging for the UTV drivers. As Matt said, they are doing, the exact same course that the bouncers are going to be doing. So this is our most challenging option for our UTV drivers.
Yeah, this is gnarly.
And you can see that he's really having to work for it out there and pick his lines.
Woo! Heck of a run. Yeah, you can see all the drivers congregate right around that. That was a 135.175 for Nathaniel Bell. Again, you can see all of our drivers standing there watching, seeing what's going on, checking the course, double checking to make sure everything's going to be seeing which way he went, checking the ledges out, checking the ruts out. So making sure everything's smooth.
All right, guys. Nathaniel was our first driver for Course 1 of the UTV Bounty class. If you're wondering where we're at here, we've got Madison King pulling up to the line now.
All right, Madison King. You notice how she pulled right up to the starting line? They sent her immediately. The reason they're doing
Buggy not idling?
Well, it's they said the bearings on the crank are having some issues. So the longer it runs, the more issues they're having.
Uh-oh.
So
this is a pretty long course.
Yes. So they actually towed it over here. She didn't race Cup Series, and she's just racing Bounty. And their whole goal is to literally fire up, drive starting line, take off, race the course, and hopefully shut it off. And do that 4 times, and at least keep the buggy going until she can get a finish, hopefully, and keep her third place spot, if not climb some. And I asked, what would she need to do to come on that number 1? And he said, well, so we need some DNFs above us. But
yeah, she's coming into the weekend third in points, but Casey Howell's got a 59-point lead over her. Casey's in that second place spot. And Nathaniel Bell has a 21-point lead on Casey.
So you're
so she's 80 points.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Behind that first place spot.
Yeah.
and only 4 points ahead of Josh Krapinski, who's
Yes.
in the 4th place spot right behind her.
Who you know is coming for it.
Yep, things aren't looking good out there.
So they said if you notice the performance, all of a sudden things start going terribly bad performance-wise, that's why.
Now we know why.
So they're trying to keep that buggy going. Again, they had said that there's an issue with the crank bearings. And I don't know if it's heating up and the crank is actually literally locking up the motor, I think is what they were saying. So fingers crossed everything goes smooth. Shout out to all our recovery crew out there. So hopefully they can at least get some passes out of it. Again, being 4 points ahead of Josh Krapinski. I mean, anything can happen at finals just because the courses get more and more wild. So you can kind of see anything happen. And I don't know exactly at what point they learned that that was the issue. It could have been literally as they got here.
She's been having problems with that buggy running right since pre-place at least.
Yeah.
Because I know the last couple races they've been dealing with some of that, unfortunately.
And she also races it in like a handful of classes too each weekend. So it gets a lot of abuse throughout the weekend. Looks like I got Casey Howell down there in our Raceland starting gate. Got a handful of drivers left in our UTV bounty class. Then we'll kick off our bouncers.
Casey Howell sitting in that 2nd place spot. 21 points behind Nathaniel Bell coming into the weekend, but 59 points ahead of Madison King, who's in that 3rd place spot. So he's pretty comfortable in the 2nd place position right now. Coming off a win in the bounty class from our last event at Indian Mountain.
Again, that is a sharp right-hand turn when they get to the top of that hill. Yeah, you can see them trying to go kind of far right as they're coming down, but then they kind of hook back eventually to that left-hand side. Those ruts are so ravaged right there.
The ruts are pretty much in charge on this Mickey Thompson mountainside, and they tell you where you're going to go.
They really are. They really are in charge. They really are. That's a great way to put it. The ruts are in charge. I'm the captain now. That next ledge there is pretty rough. I like kind of more far right. I think they're staying a little more left because of the wheelbase. Just having a little bit longer, a little bit shorter wheelbase, I think they're going to stay more left than the right. Again, watch these guys come down the hill and have to make a sharp right-hand turn and go right back up. We've seen some of the bouncers earlier this season come all the way down, make a loop, and then hit right back up.
Right.
I don't know if that's really that much of a time save, but definitely helps keep your momentum going.
.513. That is our current fastest time. Nathaniel Bell had a 135. We've still got 4 drivers to go for course 1 of UTV Bounty.
Kazoon tight. Alston Tidwell coming out of that race line starting gate. Again, this is our UTV Bounty Series. These guys race the exact same course as the Rock Bouncers do. So definitely getting some pretty violent carnage here. You can see them kind of being very protective of how they're taking those ruts as they go up that far right side of the hill.
Uh-oh. Oh, no, he's broke. Well, we don't know what it is that he broke exactly, but we've got Keith up there helping him out. Man, hate to see that. Hope it's something he can fix easily enough and be back for course 2. All right, guys. While they work on getting Alston recovered off the hill, we are going to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll come back with more from our UTV Bounty Racing action.
Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend, the new Baja Legend MTZ. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
And oh my goodness, he neutral dropped it. Just hops up there.
Walk it right on.
Just hops it right up. Oh. And oh my goodness, he neutral dropped it. Just hops up there.
Walk it right on.
Just hops it right up. Oh no!
I think he just roosted our drone.
Oh, there he goes! Oh my goodness! Whoa! Literally riding a wheelie. Get back on the wheels! Yes! Stuck the landing. Wow! Launching out the top. Whoa!
Oh!
No!
Hit wild on the hill.
That is awesome. And again, do not forget to check out Speed Sport 1 tonight for the premiere of the National Rock Racing Association Round 2 from right here at Wildcat Off-Road Park.
Yeah, that was our spring race here earlier this season. The broadcast starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you miss it tonight, you can be sure to tune in on Sunday for encore presentations starting at 2 p.m. Eastern. Go to speedsport1.com for more information on how to watch. And, man, we really hope that you guys enjoy this new format of having a streamlined television episode with all the best racing action from our bouncer class. We've got 3 episodes from earlier this season from our first 3 races. And we're so excited to have them airing on TV now. So you guys be sure to go check that out on Speed Sport 1. Like I said, you can go to the website and find more ways to watch. I know you can get the Speed Sport app on your phone, and you can also find Speed Sport and the live TV on Prime, Pluto. There's a whole list of options.
Them,
So you can go to their Speed Sport 1 website if you want to find an alternative way to watch that. But that'll be airing tonight. Our race from Wildcat earlier this spring, the episode from our bouncer racing action, will be airing tonight at 9 Eastern. So that's pretty exciting.
We were laughing. There's some of the guys are going to put it on the side of the toter home so we can have a
little watch party,
little pizza party, and watch the premiere. So that's pretty exciting. We're pretty awesome.
The crew's been working hard on that this season, and along with Jared Sells and Speed Sport, and we're excited to share that with you guys. So I hope y'all check it out.
Heck yeah, we got Josh Karpinski here taken out of that race line starting gate. Again, this is our UTV Bounty Series, so they race the same course as the Bouncer. We got a few of them have got time so far. Again, Josh has been battling all this season, trying to keep those points up on the board as much as he can. Also had a new addition to the family this year.
That's right. Sweet little baby boy.
His wife is usually out here helping man the battle station as well.
Yeah, Josh is 4th in points coming into the weekend, but only 4 points behind Madison King. She's got 585. He's got 581. And
so definitely trying to...
knowing that Madison is having those technical issues, mechanical issues with the buggy right now. I don't know. I hate to say it for Madison, but we might see Josh move it up this weekend.
No!
Oh, no! Right as I said that. Oh.
And I was just saying he's definitely going to try to capitalize that, but unfortunately...
all right. Well, fair game between Madison and Josh. I have no idea how it's going to shake out now, guys.
Literally they're flipping a coin at this point, I think.
Oh, man.
And Josh has a pretty good lead. He's at 581 coming into the weekend. Alston's at 352. So
Alston's in that 5th place spot behind Josh. So, Josh got a solid
bit of lead. So
solid lead over 5th place. Now I think it's just going to be some back and forth with Madison.
And Madison is definitely watching this right now. Guess Josh gets flipped back over.
Let's check out a quick replay presented by Rock Racing TV.
Again, that far right rut just barely clips him.
Man, it's basically the same thing that happened to David Darnell.
It is.
It's one step below that earlier today.
And we saw several of our bouncer drivers have that same issue when we raced here earlier this year. So definitely kind of crazy, and you want to kind of keep that in the back of your mind. I guarantee you we have some bouncer drivers that have been closely watching this today. Usually most of them are kind of the whole cackle of them up there in the starting gate.
All right, looks like that was an easy enough recovery. We always appreciate that. I believe we've got one last driver for the UTV Bounty Course 1, and that should be Nathan King running in Robert Trainer's spot. But I don't see him on the starting line. Oh, there he is, hiding behind some folks.
Here we go. Clock is hot. Again, this is Nathan King. His sister Madison we watched earlier. Definitely going to try to upstage his sister a little bit right here. And I believe this is going to be our last UTV Bounty Series. Nathan's getting it. Madison, his sister down there watching. Again, we have all of our bouncer drivers who will be racing this course coming up next. Definitely trying to look and see what lines he's picking. Kind of get a... Nathan is absolutely getting it right now.
Well, Nathan's guaranteed at least a top 3 spot on course 1.
Definitely get some good points today.
Let's see which of those top 3 spots. 118.036, the top spot for course 1, goes to Nathan King. All right, guys, that does wrap up course 1 for UTV Bounty. Nathan King had the fastest time of a 1:18. Then we had Casey Howell with a 1:30 and Nathaniel Bell with a 1:35, and then a handful of DNFs. That means that we are ready to move into course 1 for the RCV Axle Bouncer class.
All right.
Right after this?
We'll be back right after this.
So we were a sponsor of SRRS in 2012, the first year, and we built our product to the racers. They had a need, and we had a solution. They were breaking parts, breaking axles, and we were able to build the strongest axles on the planet for them. We developed the Big Bell CV over that period of time as well, which is the 40 spline, 47 spline stuff that you see in a majority of the rock bouncers. And we've also developed UTV for the UTV buggies and the stock class racers. We've got products for that as well. So we've really utilized this racing to develop and work with these guys the best product available. So over the years, we've worked really closely with drivers like Tim Cameron. He's been very helpful helping us develop this product line for the UTV, the rock bouncer, and he's been quite successful himself doing the racing, as well as a ton of others. We couldn't be here without these guys testing our product and doing these things, pushing us to the limit to help them push them to the limit.
Rebirthed from the depths of Baja, Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. The new Baja Legend MTZ. Silica reinforced T4 tread compound. Powerply 3-ply construction. Improved 4-pitch side biters. Proven MTZ tread styling for undisputed traction. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ. Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. The new Baja Legend MTZ. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
Hello, race fans, and welcome to the National Rock Racing Association Finals here. We are at Wildcat Off-Road Park in East Bernstadt, Kentucky this weekend, and our season presented by Mickey Thompson Tires. So we always want to give a huge shout out and thank you to them, to all of our sponsors for helping us do what we do here with the NRRA. Man, it is hard to believe that this is our finals weekend already after an awesome 2024 season. We've got 3 days of racing. This is course 1 for the RCV Axle Bouncer class that we are just about ready to get rocking and rolling here. I'm Bree Molitor. I've got Matt Holt joining me at the table as always. Matt's going to be racing today too. Matt, what are your thoughts on course 1?
Yeah, so course 1 looks fun. It's something we've done before, so I think it's going to be very doable. I think this is a great chance for guys to get out, get a good shakedown run, get some points on the board. I see we got Jay Stort sitting up there, again, that Ford Play buggy, Ford Power engine. So I think guys are really geeked. We've been watching. This is finals. So we have 3 days of racing over 4 courses. So everybody kind of good feel. We've had lots of UTV, so a lot of the bouncer guys have been watching that closely to see where the ruts are, where the course is. It's rained for last week here-ish. But it dried out really quick today.
We have some beautiful weather today.
Beautiful weather now, so it came out, dried everything out. So I think you're going to see some quicker times as the day progresses and as the weekend progresses as well. So be in the finals. Guys want to capitalize, try to get as many points as they can, but at the same time, not make a silly mistake.
Be strategic.
Yes, very strategic right now.
All right. So. Well, we got Jay Storts on the line. I think we're just about ready to kick things off for course 1. I'm going to give you guys a quick rundown of our top 5 and points coming into this weekend. Tim Cameron is leading the pack with 838. Daniel Heckley in that second place spot with 794. Cooper Bentley in third place right now with 719. Nick Reich in fourth with 717, just behind Cooper. And then Clayton Smith rounding out our top 5 coming into the weekend with 702 points.
Yep.
So Timmy's got a comfortable 44-point lead, and then Daniel ahead of Cooper with 75 points.
Yeah, I think that's that those two are good. The thing to really talk about, we touched on a little bit, or yesterday a little bit earlier, that 2-point difference.
Right, between Cooper and Nick for that third and fourth place spot. And then really only 15 points, between Nick and Clayton.
Yeah,
so
that 2-point difference is huge. Again, it's, finish between the second and third or third and fourth is more than 2 points. So just one course can change the whole entire season standings for the podium. So those guys are definitely going to be battling super hard. I think that's going to be one of the things to follow right there. Nick and Cooper, both guys who are definitely down to win, both who are going to have some fun. Very hard-charging guys. We watched Cooper be our youngest leader ever for a series. Nick running that lightweight chassis, so definitely here to get down. So we'll see how it goes.
It has been an exciting season so far. Can't wait to see how things continue to shake out. Jay Storts is on the course, our first bouncer of the weekend here at Wildcat for finals. Course 1 of the RCV Axle Bouncer Cup class.
Again, Jay in a Ford Play running a Ford engine. He's one of a few drivers we have running that Ford engine out here. Again, having a nice smooth run going. Trying to keep everything. We're using that rear steer to whip around to the top of that hill. Again, there's a great shot of that overall course you're going to see. Definitely looking good. Jay just trying to get a good finish out here, get some points on the board, make a nice smooth run. Again, using that rear steer out there to whip around.
Oh,
come on.
I don't know if this qualifies as a nice smooth run anymore, but he's still going, so we're all good.
Definitely sending it. Again, all the other drivers watching are definitely going to take notice of that.
That same ledge we saw already cause some problems earlier in the day for some other racers. I think we might still see it in the bouncer class too. Oh, Jay.
Getting real wild with it.
Woo! Yeah, I don't think we're going to see too many problems from those boulders in the bouncer class. I don't know. We have in the past, but it hasn't really been causing anybody any issues today. So
no, not yet. Again, that's a 129.167 for Mr. Jay Storts, ripping through that finish line. We'll see. Again, that's our initial start time, so we're going to see how that plays out. Definitely a wild run. You can see Daniel Heckley down there. I think that's a serpentine belt. Again, there's a handful of guys running over there. Chris Grigg coming out in that race line starting gate. Chris Grigg did some upgrades this season. Definitely having a good time. Put a supercharger on, got a little power. Here we go. Coming through there. Ooh, wow.
Ooh, feeling the power.
Yes. Definitely coming in there hot and steamy. Yeah. Justin Holback said, I'm going to say he is not saving it for the next 3 rounds. He is definitely not being gentle. He is here to stay. Definitely ripping around. Need to check up a little bit right there. Ooh. Some of those downhill sections are just so rough.
Oh, man, and as we already saw earlier, the ruts, they are in charge out here.
They are.
Even with the full-size bouncer tires, the ruts tell you where you're going to go on the hill.
They really do. Again, we're hoping to see if he ends up definitely getting up there. Woo, buddy.
Oh.
Wow. Just launching down that hill.
Man, that's the same spot we saw Brandon Davis
Yes.
get a little rowdy.
Have a very wild
earlier
ride
this
coming
year.
down.
All right. Let's see that time.
Wow.
122.216.
Just squeaking ahead of Jay Storts there. That was a pretty impressive run.
Not bad. Yeah, Chris came out the gate, just ready to rock and roll. He's not holding back. We talked a little about, his finals. There's 4 hills. Sometimes you might want to hold back a little
Yes.
and, have that strategy of keeping everything together to make it to the end of 3 full days of racing.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just got to go pedal to the metal for every single one of them.
Yes, got Connor Flynn on the line. He had kind of a wild ride at our last event. Sounds like our clock is hot. And again, this is a rear mount engine buggy. So you can see definitely that doing work. Really high belly for a buggy that you think would typically be a rear mount engine, but gives you lots of clearance. Very, very exciting run.
Yeah, Connor's been doing awesome this season. He raced, the second half of the season, I guess, with us?
And been very successful, had some smooth runs.
He is racing for Jack Porter's points today.
Using that rear steer, whipping around that corner up there. Again, you can see a guy's kind of dodging that second ledge there, being real careful, taking their time. There's some pretty big undercuts as they're rolling gently down that hill. As Bree said, the ruts kind of guide you. They're kind of in charge.
Guide is a nice, gentle word.
It's a nice, gentle word. Again, that hairpin turn at the bottom, you have to kind of be prepared for it. You're going to end up with a 3-point turnaround there. Man, that lip is just launching those guys in. Ooh, buddy. I'm hoping that
it's such unexpected air
is.
from these rather unassuming looking ledges.
Yeah.
but they'll mess you up if you're not handling them right.
Yeah. Again, run that top ledge, getting ready to come down this little gauntlet here. Again, we appreciate Dearborn Drone Corps for doing all of our drone work this weekend. Big little drop off there. You can see some guys taking the time, checking up just a little bit more, keeping that buggy together for all 4 courses we're doing this weekend.
Connor's got a great smooth run going here. No, stay with it. Now, he did need to stay out of the banners, of course. The banners out on the track are a time penalty if you knock one over. Make sure everybody runs the course fairly in the way that it's meant to be run.
Ripping through that finish line. 122.970 for Connor Flynn, literally coming in right after Chris Grigg.
How does that happen on a course this long?
Chris Grigg just ran a 122, exact same time, 122.216. Connor runs a 122.972. I mean, literally, we're splitting 0.7 of a second.
This is crazy.
That is absolutely insane that long of a course, and we're still splitting halves of seconds. Again, shout out to Connor Flynn out there doing it right now.
That will never not just like flabbergast me.
It is.
No matter that it happens every time.
Got Ben Driscoll here launching out our race line starting gate. He picked up this chassis earlier this season. Rush Off-Road Park in Rush, Kentucky was his first race with this chassis, and he's gotten very comfortable already. Did have a little bit of a bobble at our last race, tipping it over in that dangerous corner me and Bree were talking about, but had a great smooth run going, and that was probably our hardest course of the season last week with all those rocks down there.
It was definitely a rough one.
It was very violent.
I like the course we've got out here at Wildcat this weekend. We've got our Mickey Thompson Mountainside that we're racing on. And it's long, so the drivers are getting their seat time out here. You know, it's finals. We got to make the most of it. And they're getting the uphill climbs. We've got the ledges. They've got a little bit of some straightaway, some wood sections. So great course out here at Wildcat. And the park, you know, hats off to them for making such an awesome spectator-friendly area for us to come here and race on.
You can see Ben using that rear steer at the bottom there, whipping around. Again, these guys are just launched. Bellying hard. You know he felt that in the chassis. Again, you have to have you want some momentum, but not too much momentum.
You don't want it to launch you to the moon.
You really don't.
But you don't want to belly out on it either.
Yeah, so there's that very fine line of throttle control there. And again, right there is a super slick rock section. You want to have some momentum going into it. That's where you're going to want to...
Whoa, hang in there, Ben.
Oh, buddy. Wow.
We know this buggy can handle some wild racing.
Yeah, that was Ben Driscoll out there on course, definitely doing some racing. Again, this downhill section, there is some slick, wet rock above this ledge, so you really have to be somewhat cautious of how hot and steamy you're coming into it.
Right, our course is nice and dry out here right now, but this park did see a lot of rain up until yesterday, pretty much. So up in the woods, there's still some slick sections. Got to keep these guys on their toes.
Yes, and that uphill section in the trees is still kind of wet and slippery. There's some kind of like some silt rock up there. Ben ripping through that finish line.
144.945 for Ben Driscoll.
That's a quick time. Again, very respectable time coming out. Again, Ben getting super comfortable in that chassis. Watching him using that rear steer out there whipping around. This next guy needs no introduction. Mr. Tim Cameron pulling to that race line starting gate. Got Justin Holback up there.
What do we say about Timmy? He's coming into the weekend 44 points in the lead in the RCB Axle Bouncer class.
So, again, you want to be fast, but at the same time, you also want to be smart. You can hear that supercharger just doing work right now.
Timmy is from Franklin, Tennessee, and I have heard his particular driving throttle style referred to as the Franklin Flutter.
Yes, I believe that. Again, you can hear him. What Bree's talking about is you can hear him getting on the gas and off the gas, just trying to keep the buggy going but not stay wide open throttle. Again, going more through the grass there. Then those ruts kind of bring it down, bobbling a little bit.
He said these ruts aren't bossing me around today.
Again, just kind of barely clearing those lips right there. Again, you can hear him getting on the gas when he needs to, but definitely working that throttle control quite a bit right now. Has a nice smooth run going. Keeping it going nice and smooth. Watching that downhill section. I think he's cutting it wide. Going to use that rear steer, working it around, being smart, not rolling over.
Easy does it.
Again, having a little bit of a lead with points kind of gives you that reason to get out there. And
it's certainly a comfortable lead. And, as long as Timmy can just finish some good, smooth courses out here, he doesn't have any reason to get crazy.
Wow. 106.083. That is your new leader with a smoking time.
Guys, to put that into perspective, our next fastest time right now is a 122.
Wow.
From Chris Grigg, 122.2 from Chris Grigg, and a 122.9 from Connor Flynn.
And Timmy sets a 106. I mean, that's just absolutely flying.
We've got Richard Hodges on the line next.
Again, Richard Hodges coming out of North Carolina. He's one of our fearless competitors.
We've seen some pretty crazy acrobatics from this buggy as
Yeah,
well.
I was just getting ready to say, Richard also does some acrobatics with his buggy as well. He has no problem getting out there and getting down with it. Get just a nice steady hill climb there, whipping around. Little power slide up at the top. Again, making that hairpin turn, coming right back down. Again, this gauntlet, taking it smooth. You can see the undercuts right there, just so violent. The buggy just dropping right off the front. Trying to cut it as tight as he can at the bottom there.
Nothing crazy so far.
Yeah. Again, you can see him taking a little bit easier at the top, trying to get a little bit less launch than some of the other guys.
He handled those spider steps pretty well.
Yeah, did very, very well. Again, kind of navigated him without too much throttle control. And then just ripping out the top, it looks like.
Well, I haven't said it yet today, Matt, so I think it's time. Richard, it's all downhill from here.
All downhill from here. It really is. Again, coming through those trees. Taking his time. Again, people don't realize how steep that turn is. You have to be very strategic at how you make that turn. Otherwise, you're going to roll over very quickly right there. And underneath that big rock, it's gotten washed out pretty good. So
it actually is a really tricky turn. I don't know if the camera conveys that as well, but you're making a turn uphill and off camber.
Yeah.
So it's an awkward spot. You'll notice everybody checking up there. 134.202 from Richard Hodges.
Next, we got Cooper Bentley pulling to the race line starting gate. However, Cooper drew number 13, which means he can go first on every hill, last on every hill or in the 13th spot where it's supposed to go.
Yeah, that's kind of like a little bonus rule that we have in the series.
Little fun thing we get to do.
Change it up a little bit.
And it looks like he's electing just to go in the 13th spot.
Stay in that 13th position.
I'm kind of surprised. I figured with a dry course like this, I thought, hey, you know what? Let's go last, and you can kind of watch everybody, see where they go, try to do a little faster. So I'm really kind of surprised that he did not choose to, vote to go last. But it looks like he's going right in the 13th spot. Says, hey, run what you brung. Let's go, baby.
All right, Cooper is third in points coming into the weekend. He's got his pretty big gap between second place and him, with Daniel Heckley 75 points ahead in that second place spot. But Cooper is also only 2 points ahead of Nick Reich, who is right behind him in fourth position coming into this weekend. So the battle for that third place spot is definitely going to be going down.
Yeah, from a strategic point alone, I thought he would, kind of let Nick go ahead. And that way it gives kind of the pressure to Nick to, hey, you have to go out and set the fast time, and then I have to beat it. Making Nick push a little harder. Maybe he could cause a little bobble, shave off a little time here or there. So, him electing going there is kind of gutsy. There we go. Nice, smooth.
Like a champ up those spider steps.
Hear that buggy just ripping up the hill. Taking his time. Whoa, there we go.
Whoa.
Giving it a wild ride. Definitely making it exciting.
Just got to ease on over the raceline rocks now. All right, come on, Cooper. Straight on to the finish line.
Look at that drone right there. Watching that drone just rip it through the finish line. Wow. 107.904.
Wow. What a run from Cooper Bentley.
1 second slower than Timmy.
Holy cow.
He is definitely trying to lock in his third place finish.
That was one of those deceptive runs because it didn't look like he was just flying through, but he just kept it smooth and under control, and to lay down a 107 right behind Timmy's 106.
Yeah.
Wow, well done, Cooper Bentley.
I mean, that's impressive. Just to kind of go out there, looked like he was out for just a casual Sunday drive.
And it worked.
And come in literally a second behind Timmy.
Slow is smooth and smooth is fast.
All right, we got Clayton Smith and that Reclaimed Racing team. This Gold Rush buggy is kind of...
Oh, he is...
Oh, no! Get back on the wheels!
Oh,
yes! There he goes!
Oh, Clayton. Dude.
Wow.
Monster trucking right out the gate. That was some Bobby Tanner driving right there.
That is impressive.
I don't know if he just surprised himself, impressed himself.
Wow. Again,
or maybe he needs to go change his pants now. I don't know.
I was just getting ready to say, we've seen some wild rides with this buggy in the past, but looks like he wants to stay with tradition.
Way to make a statement right out the gate, Clayton.
Getting Clayton Smith, half of that Reclaimed Racing team.
I don't know if Gold Rush appreciated that very much, though.
Yeah, Gold Rush may not have. Again, this started out with a Pro Mod drag car engine that was just super rowdy, and they said, hey, that's not enough. Let's go ahead and put a Pro Charger on front of the Pro Mod drag car engine and made it just insane. Since then, they decided that was a little too much. They had it, detuned and backed it off a little more. So it looks a little more controllable now that they have a little less horsepower than they're used to. And when I say less, we're back down to 1,600, compared to where we used to be. So
yeah, a nice manageable 1,600.
Yeah, just a quick, easy, manageable 1,600 horsepower. No big deal. So if you think that sounds kind of rowdy when he gets on it, that's because it is.
Do we have a replay?
Taylor, throw us to that replay presented by Rock Racing TV. came in hot and steamy, just a little too much in that corner, and I think that rut kind of breathed said that ruts are in charge. And I knew Clayton was going to get on it, try to upright it, just barely.
I mean,
bring
Bobby
it back.
Tanner would be proud
He
of that.
would. Bobby Tanner would be like, "That's my boy." All right, we're going to do that replay at 50%, just to give you an idea of how quick he is managing this buggy. Got Keith up there getting them again. Coming down, took a little quick bounce, and I think he came in just a little bit
It was the
steamy.
combination of the bounce right when he was
Yeah.
turning, I think, and it just put him over.
And catching the edge of that rut, I think normally it probably would have just kind of skeeted sideways, but unfortunately caught the edge of that rut. Luckily, he gassed it, kind of brought it back over.
He said, "This is finals, man.
Yeah.
This is the last.
Yeah.
You gotta leave it all on the table here."
Yeah. He's like, I got to make a statement.
Oh, well, I hate that it seems like Gold Rush is having a little bit of a temper tantrum after
Yeah.
that. Want to see him be able to finish a run after
Heck yeah.
after a save like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's not made for
Yes.
spinning around in
Yeah.
circles.
Taylor on the
Upside
live
down.
feed said, "Yeah, I think it's not really designed to do that."
We need monster trucks for
Yes, turns out Taylor is right. It's not really designed to do that. I mean, sometimes you can get away with it, but not all the time.
that. Get you a good accumulator on there.
So, yeah, I think that...
See how long you can go.
Yeah, you get a good oil accumulator. Help keep that pressure a little bit higher. And a lot of these vehicles have shut-off safeties. That way, when it hits down to 5 PSI, 10 PSI, especially if you're running such like a dry sump system, when you hit 10 PSI, it will absolutely shut the buggy off. You might get a warning light depending on what fuel management system you're running and what you have your parameters set at. You can get a yellow light. Then it'll go to red. Then it'll actually shut the buggy off. And that's a safety just so you don't hurt the motor. These are not cheap engines. Some of these motors are high dollar engines, so the last thing you want to do is come out and smoke an engine, especially on the first course of the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
So if it's something that's simple fix, such as a relay, they let it go ahead and, hate to see a guy not finish a run, but at the same time, now they have, a good day to get it back together, get it back in good working order. And
what a way, skinny pedal nomination.
Yes, for sure.
Right?
Skinny pedal nomination. That's
our first one.
Yes. Yeah, that's definitely a skinny pedal nomination for sure. Anytime you can upright your own buggy and keep going, that's definitely
That was impressive.
Definitely a good time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one way or another, he
Yeah.
might still be taking a trophy
Yeah,
home.
a skinny pedal trophy.
He might be wearing it around his neck.
Yes. A skinny pedal trophy is like one you're glad you win, but you don't want to win it,
It wasn't the goal.
It's like insurance. I mean, you want to have it, but you don't want to be using it, If you're using it, things have gone horribly, horribly wrong. It's like a winch, If you're using your winch, things are not going well, Mistakes were made, So definitely that kind of stings for Clayton Smith. You hate to see that. So they'll get him recovered. Looks like they're trying to get Keith hooked up.
Taylor, do we have our promo for tonight's episode? Why don't we throw that up again?
This will be airing on Speed Sport tonight. That video is pretty sick. I say, Jack. It starts off with Jack neutral dropping it. Can you have a more cooler promo?
If you think we have time, I think we got time for our recovery.
Hey, oh my goodness, he neutral dropped it. Just hops up there.
Walk it right on.
Just
up
hops it right up. Oh no!
I think he just roosted our drone.
Oh, there he goes! Oh my goodness! Whoa!
Oh, this is
Literally riding a wheelie.
drive.
Get back on the wheels. Yes! Stuck the landing. Wow! Launching out the top. Whoa!
Oh! No! Hit wild on the hill.
Heck yeah. And again, that'll be tonight on Speed Sport 1. Don't miss it. It's the premiere of Round 2 from the National Rock Racing Association. And that happened right here at Wildcat Off-Road Park.
Yeah, that was from earlier this season when we were here this spring. That broadcast starts tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you miss it tonight, then you can tune in on Sunday for the encore presentations, and those are starting at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And you can go to speedsport1.com to find all those watch options. I know you can find Speed Sport 1 on the live TV option with Prime.
Yep.
I know it's on Pluto TV. You can watch from the Speed Sport 1 app on your phone.
Or Smart TV. I went to my Smart TV, downloaded Speed Sport 1 and watched it
Yeah.
there.
So we're super excited to have Hillside Live airing on television now. It's a project we've been working hard on this season along with Jared Sells with Speed Sport. And are excited for you to share that with you guys, and you be able to tune in and watch us on TV.
Heck yeah. All right, we got Brandon Davis coming out that race line starting gate, running that independent front suspension. This is a TC-built chassis, Menace. And Brandon does cause a menace with this thing. It is absolutely an incredible buggy. Got those new orange race line wheels blinging, those Mickey Thompson tires looking great.
Menace is looking sharp these days.
It is. That wrap and those tires.
Got a little facelift.
Yeah, those orange wheels definitely really set it apart. That wrap looking great. He has definitely been had a wild season, had some weird breakages, and just been, all over the place. Having an awesome time. Wild?
Oh, no! Speaking of wild things.
Oh, man.
Brandon.
Dang it.
Oh, no.
Dang it. You hate to see that after having such a great run uphill. Dang it.
How'd that even happen?
Yeah, just there's some of those ruts up there are just
incredible. Every rollover today has just been so weird.
Yeah.
They're just flopping over.
Yeah. It looks like they're going to get the excavator over there and get him flipped back over. All right, we got a replay presented by Rock Racing TV. Again, just caught a bad rut right there. You can see that back end kind of tip over.
Oh, man. And he didn't even really get a chance to try and ride it out.
No.
Y'all, the ruts are large and in charge out here.
There's one of them on the uphill section right when he was getting ready to turn and go up, that literally you can stand in and it comes to your chest. It's incredible how big some of these ruts are.
Oh, man, a big thank you, as always, to all of our recovery and safety crew for helping us keep things moving, keep things running smooth and safe out here on the hills. It takes a village to put on an event like this. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that
really
you might
does.
not realize just as a spectator or, it's just watching the show. So we definitely appreciate all the help with safety and recovery, because that's a big part of what we do, for better or worse. You can't do it without recovery crew.
Unfortunately, we have to have those. You hate to see a guy need it, but again, you hate to see that. But
yep,
looks like Cody Kaysen and some of our other drivers are up there getting flipped back over.
I think I see Clay up there right now.
Clay, I'm sorry. Yes, this was our VIN class.
Taylor wanted to relive the moment here.
Yes, this was our VIN class.
That was pretty good.
And we had one driver literally shoving another driver out through the starting gate. And they were playing bumper cars before they even took off. So we knew it was going to be a great day.
And is that typical for a day of racing?
It
no.
is.
Is it typical for VIN class?
Yeah.
Yes.
100%. I feel like the smiles per dollar is the greatest with the VIN class right now, only because I was watching them play bumper cars before and then later when he got stuck during the race.
Oh,
so, shout out to all our VIN racers out there having just a really good time.
All right, Taylor's going to roll some replays here for us. Look back on what we've all experienced together so far.
Again, those
this
ruts.
Morning,
We've
this afternoon.
seen several drivers, not just this race, but earlier this season, have that same issue, whether it be UTV or bouncers. Again, catching that right rut kind of tips it as they go through the air, and it's just a hair too much, unfortunately.
And then there's not much you can even do about it if, by the time it throws you over, it's all done.
Yeah.
Like, it's over.
Again, Clayton Smith earlier getting a little wild with it. Again, just that back rim just barely caught that rut as he was going over. But luckily he was able to gas on it, bring it back over.
I'm having like deja vu of Bobby at Bikini Bottoms?
Yeah, very.
Oh, Brandon. Wah, wah.
Woo, definitely a crazy ride. Again, they got Brandon Flip back over there. Looks like he's already pulling forward, getting ready to pull off the course.
Hey, we enjoyed it, Wyatt.
We're going to get up here. We're going to rev it until they get tired of me irritating them. I think I was trying to get on people's tires up here, but they're just revving it.
We enjoyed the show. We got Wyatt Wilson up here.
Well, it helps together. Listen, I didn't think it would make it through Hill 1. It didn't go all the way through it, but
Wyatt's saying, he's like, we're going to have a great time this weekend if it stays together that long. And I kind of have to agree.
That's always the key.
I kind of agree. I think it has to just stay together that long. Wyatt's the blue Cherokee. The guy we just saw the replay of him playing bumper
Getting
cars.
pushed off the starting line.
Oh, that was a good
Little
time.
push start on race day. You know.
It's like the guys that do the double jump on the trampoline. He kind of just gave him that little bonus start
And
there.
then you don't know if you're going to break your leg when you land.
Yeah.
Those are always a little scary.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Ooh, buddy.
We've got Wade Good on the line.
And he is running for Mr. Colby Reich. Wade is a bit of a wild man if you've ever seen him race.
Yeah, we haven't seen much racing from Wade this season. Glad to see him back out here on the hills with us again. He definitely knows how to lay down some fast passes, and it looks like that's Dex Browder's bouncer that he's racing today.
Whoa!
Oh, man, he almost got the same spot as Brandon.
Yeah.
Tight turn down there.
Using that rear steer, just choking up right there.
This is going to be a very competitive time if Wade
really
can
is.
maintain this through the rest of the course.
And it's so funny because there's such a long time of them running. Sometimes you almost think oh, it's a good time. Inside the buggy is a completely different ballgame.
Oh, yeah.
You are giving it everything you got while you're out there.
It's like a time warp when you're the one that's in there driving.
It really is.
It feels like everything is sped up.
It does.
Like it's on fast forward.
It does.
And then you go back and watch the video or whatever.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, what?
And you're barely creeping through.
Like, oh, man.
You're like, what the heck?
But Wade is definitely not creeping through this course right now. He's going to be happy with his video.
Ooh. Listen.
Our current fastest time is a 106 followed by a 107. Let's see what Wade got. Woo!
Wow. That's incredible.
101.710 from Wade Good. That was a good run.
That was a very good run. Yeah, Wade coming out and just setting it on fire.
Oh, that is solidly in the lead now. Wade followed by Tim Cameron and Cooper Bentley. 101, 106, 107 for those three. Wade definitely has not lost his touch.
He has definitely not. He had some smoking runs.
DC Thompson on the line now.
Again, it's talking about wild driving style. DC is always a guy to definitely pay attention to. Had a pretty impressive season.
You know, DC, we're used to seeing him racing in the UTV class, can definitely hold his own in the UTVs. And it's been a bit of a rough road for him to get here in the bouncer class. It seemed like he was just battling one issue after another. Sometimes just right off the trailer and not really even getting a run. So I'm glad to see him back out here again and be able to be getting that seat time and that race time in the full-size bouncer. I know it's been a long time coming for him.
Yeah, and he definitely feels good, and obviously we see him in the UTV, very smooth in the UTV class, so we know he absolutely knows how to drive.
He knows how to handle the UTVs. Uh-oh, come on, DC.
Come on, buddy. I mean, you're really, like, that's like the last hard obstacle going uphill.
All right, DC, the worst is behind you. He's just got to go up and over the race line rocks.
Taking his time, making smooth runs.
Make this last hairpin turn.
All right, see what his time's going to be. That was a 1:35.004 for Mr. DC Thompson. All right, I'm going to hop out the booth. We got Mr. Clay Kaysen up here with us.
All right, Matt, good luck and have fun. All right, Clay, welcome to the booth. Thanks for filling in for Matt while he goes and does his best on this hill.
Oh, yeah.
Goes and conquers this hill.
Oh, yeah.
You've had some racing already for yourself today.
Yes,
Did
ma'am,
pretty well.
I
How'd it
have.
feel? What do you think of the course out here?
It's a little rough since we've been here in the spring, in all honesty. I guess all the rain.
The rocks are a little more exposed now.
Yeah, they're a little bit more exposed, and those little tires on those UTVs, you can definitely feel them a little bit more, but other than that, everything looks like it's going to be a good, fun time.
Yeah, it already is. We've seen some great racing action out here. We've got Daniel Heckley on the line. I think we're about ready to send him.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Daniel Heckley coming into this weekend second in points.
I got to say that he's just going to come out and probably just drive as hard as he can, all four hills.
I think so. He's got a 75-point lead on third place Cooper Bentley right now.
Yeah.
And is 44 points behind Tim Cameron, who's in that first place spot. So
he's fixing to come out just – he's about like me in my position.
He's going to
really,
throw down.
He's really not got a whole lot to lose. So he's just going to see how hard he can drive for four hills. And he is pushing.
We've already seen some weird rollovers today. Matt and I were talking earlier about how the ruts on this hill basically are in charge, and they tell you where you're going to go.
Correct. It's all changed tremendously. That big block is all over the rev limiter out here. He is whooping her down right now.
He's going to be setting a good time with a pace like this.
Yes, for sure. Where he is going.
Nice and smooth down the hill.
Daniel's always like that down the hill. Oh, my goodness. Or sometimes a little wild.
Hey, there's like hardly any trees out here for
he's
him
got a
to
flat.
hit.
He's got a flat.
It's okay. He can finish.
Oh, yeah. It's going to hurt him right here, though. It's going to want to push the front end the whole way down.
He doesn't have any more rocks to climb, at least.
No, but it did exactly what I thought.
Come on, Daniel. Hang in there.
Oh, he was flying, too. Still going to have a good
At least
time.
it was a right-hand turn.
Oh, yeah. Still going to have a good time.
116.840. And, yeah, still a great run from Daniel Heckley. I'm sure he'll be able to get that flat fixed and be ready to rock and roll again. Our current leader on course 1 for the RCV Axle Bouncer class is Tim Cameron with it's Wade Good with a 101, followed by Tim Cameron with a 106, and then we've got Cooper Bentley with a 107.
Here comes Nick Wright, wild man.
Nick Reich in that race line starting gate right now. Man, Nick has been a lot of fun to watch this season.
Yeah. Always is fun to watch.
Nick coming into the weekend 4th in points and only 2 points behind Cooper Bentley. So they are going to be battling for that 3rd place spot, I have no doubt. Nick comes all the way from Wisconsin for these races.
I think they left Tuesday.
I believe it.
Just to get here.
And look at how he's ripping around this course.
Nick is one who comes out no matter what, 110% all the time.
Shoot, if I was driving from Wisconsin,
I would be. That'd be all or nothing.
You're committed at that point.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't come to play.
No, you did not. You came to win.
Yeah, this is Nick's first full season racing with us, and
oh
man, like I said, he's just been a lot of fun to watch, and he's a great guy, so nice to talk to.
Super guy.
My family is actually all from Wisconsin. But I was born and raised in Tennessee, but everyone above me in the family tree is from Wisconsin, so it's fun to talk to him and hear Wisconsin, little northern little twang in there.
Yeah. I can't make fun of Nick for his little accent. He's way bigger than me.
It's probably a good life choice.
Yeah, I like Nick. He always seems to have a wild moment though when he's racing every time. Hey, he's laying down a good one right now.
He sure is. Come on, Nick. It's going to be quick.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! 105.203. Well done, Nick Reich. Only one let's see. It's one step behind Wade Good, 1 second ahead of Tim Cameron. So Wade's still in the lead with a 101, but now followed by Nick Reich with that 105, and then Timmy with a 106.
And
then right behind that is Cooper Bentley with a 107. Those are your top 4 on course 1 for the RCV Axle Bouncer class right now. We're a little over halfway through.
Nick might have just took the 3rd, too.
We've got Daniel Bowman on the line. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
With that close of a race, I mean, one position.
I mean, Nick at 105, Cooper at 107, yeah.
I mean, they're gonna go. They're just gonna be like this right here all weekend, back and forth.
Yep. All right, Dan Bowman on the course.
For that thing to be sounding like that from what it was like at Missouri, it is ripping.
Yes, this buggy had a rough go in Missouri.
And missed one race.
September.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and was only down for 1 race. And he is back at it now.
New tranny, I'm pretty sure. New wire and harness. Plumbing. Oh, it's brand new now. Ready to rip.
About needed it after that fire. Dan Bowman has also had an awesome season. Part of that reclaimed racing team.
Oh, yeah.
In the old Tyrant buggy.
Easy. Little brake tap. Go, 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 go.
Oh.
Oh, it nearly drove.
He is bellied out.
Oh, no. It is bellied.
Totally. I think his rear tires are off the ground.
Oh, you can see him rocking in there a little bit. This shows you how steep that little ledge is.
Yes, we always tell the folks watching at home that objects on camera are steeper than they appear.
For sure. I mean, you could tell that. He couldn't even back off of a mountainside.
There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Jump on up there.
Dang, I hate that. He was laying down a good run, too.
I know. We've had a couple heartbreakers today.
Sure have.
But we're enjoying a beautiful day of racing here at Wildcat.
Oh, yeah, I mean, the weather.
The weather's amazing. The racing action has been awesome.
And it's only Thursday.
What a great start to our 3 days of racing here for finals.
Where's everybody at? It's only Thursday. Y'all get y'all's butt here.
It's almost like people are at work or something.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for. Getting the coverage. And Dan Bowman getting himself through that finish line now. With a 149.028. And we've got Randall Key sitting in the race line starting gate now. Randall is the oldest of the OG drivers out here right now. He has been with this series since its beginning in 2012, racing in at least one race a season, as far as I can remember.
I think so, at least once.
That Undertaker buggy is not only just a bad-to-the-bone buggy, it's unique out here because it is all hand-controlled. Randall is actually paralyzed from the waist down, so he drives completely with hand control. So that's, steering, throttle, gas, brake, rear steer, shifting, everything. So it's, I know I could never do that. The amount of multitasking going on in that buggy right now is insane. And like I said, Randall has been around, been part of the sport, been part of this series since its beginning back in 2012. So we love having him out here, killing some hills with us, and it's good to see him back out in Undertaker. He raced with us a couple weeks ago at Indian Mountain, and before that it had been a hot minute since we'd seen him out. So glad to have him back out.
Cool at what he can do. I mean,
it's
with
amazing.
The hand control, I mean,
you would never know by watching him race.
No. And if you ever get a chance to look at it up close, everything is on his right hand.
Mm-hmm.
Gas, shifter, rear steer, everything, brake is right there.
And he's just a great guy.
Oh, you got to love Randall.
Him and his wife, Wendy, I love getting to chat with them at the races. When you've been coming to events like this for, 13 years together, because I've known them since 2012 as well, they're race family.
Loaded up, it sounds like. He is just driving right up every one of those little.
He's just walking it up there.
Looking like little ledges to him.
All right, Randall. It's all downhill from here.
Besides one little rock.
Oh, but if you say it's all mostly downhill from here, that doesn't have quite the same ring to it.
Yeah, that just don't sound right. Hey, that rock's tricky, though. I ain't even going to lie about that little rock.
Those raceline rocks?
Yes, ma'am.
They have definitely caused some problems in the past here for us. They haven't really been a problem yet today. Randall's going right up and over.
Oh, yeah, right through there.
All right, straight on to the finish. With a 161.158 for Randall Key. And now we've got Mr. High Society Off-Road, Matt Holt, and the Hyperactive Buggy on the line. You guys are used to listening to the soothing sounds of Matt's voice
Soothing
up
sounds,
here,
he says.
up here in the booth.
Woo.
Now we get to listen to the sounds of horsepower
The big block.
from the hyperactive rock bouncer.
Matt does good here most of the time, I'm pretty sure. If I remember, he finished
does.
both courses here, I think, last time.
I think so. This is a fun course here. We were mentioning a little bit earlier here at Wildcat. I mean, everything is so spectator friendly.
Oh, yes.
And the hillside's big enough and got enough options to it that we can make multiple courses for 6 different classes for 3 days of racing and be able to stay all in this one area in the park. So that is really awesome. You know, not every park has that capability, has a place like that. So we definitely love that here. We appreciate the crew here at Wildcat Off-Road Park for working hard to get things ready for us.
Which they have done a bunch of work over here on the side.
And, yeah, I think that this course is a great one for Matt to shine on.
I'm pretty sure last time he did really good here last time.
I'm not sure what year Matt started racing with the series, but I do know that he is one of the most enthusiastic and passionate fans of the sport. Not just a driver, but a fan of the sport and all the people involved. And he will pitch in and help out wherever, however, whenever, in order to see his fellow drivers succeed, to see the series and the sport succeed. So working with Matt over the last several years, obviously that just comes through so quickly once you start talking to him and get to know him.
I don't see how a man wakes up every day like him, and he's so happy. I mean, he is just the happiest
I think there's a lot of sugar involved.
Gotta be snacky snack.
And a lot of caffeine.
Gotta be.
I had a little talk with him about his diet the other day because I don't want him to die young.
Hey, I'm going to be the one to do that.
But yeah.
Oh, no!
Oh, no!
It landed. It landed.
What was that?
He pulled a Brandon, but landed it. Oh, no, again.
Oh, my gosh.
Almost again. Oh.
This is too much.
And he is hyped up right now. Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, my gosh. You know his adrenaline just went through the roof.
Oh, yeah, you can tell because he is gassing it right now.
Look at him go.
Oh, there went the momentum. He backed up.
Guys, I think Matt just got his first skinny pedal nomination.
He's got his work cut out with Clayton, though. Poor guy. Oh, get up that hill, Matt. Easy, don't back up too far.
Come on, Matt. You can make it up these spider stairs.
Ooh.
Oh. Come on, Matt.
Oh, he
there
got
it is.
Heck yeah.
That's right.
Oh, his adrenaline is through the roof. Still, he is gassing it. Go, Matt, go.
Come on, Matt.
Oh, he
Don't
got
stop.
it. He got it. It's mostly downhill after this turn.
See, it doesn't have the same ring to it.
Oh, make the turn. Oh, now it's.
He's got it now.
Oh, yeah.
Matt.
I don't know. It's downhill.
It's mostly downhill from
this
here.
downhill section is a little tricky from what I've seen.
He can do it.
So, Matt, hold it together here. Calm down a little bit.
Hold it together.
Hold it. Oh, my goodness. Matt's going to need to go to the woods and just run around in circles and get all his energy out.
He's probably going to come back and... Did he already drink that Red Bull? Oh, that must be why. That's what did it. He drank that Red Bull already.
You're talking about his diet. He's Red Bull and snacks. Oh, my goodness. Poor Matt.
He is living on, hopes, dreams, good vibes, sugar and caffeine. And loving it.
Hey,
loving every minute of it.
If he's happy, I'm happy.
Oh, I can tell you he's real happy right now.
Oh, yeah, because he is holding it.
Come on, Matt.
Why don't he do this all the time?
That was awesome. .023 from Matt Holt with an epic rollover and save I'm proud of him. I'm excited for him because I know he is pumped up right now.
Everybody's over there just cheering him. Cheering him on.
Good stuff. We have a replay of Matt's rollover. Let's check that out real quick, presented by Rock Racing TV. There it is. He almost got Brandoned.
Almost got Brandon.
And then it kept going, and he saved. He was saved.
But then he almost does it right here.
Oh, I know. That was a real sketchy, 10 seconds for him.
Poor Tyrod, boom!
And nothing broke?
I don't know how. That was a lick right there.
Clint Garrison on the line. Here we go.
One of them hometown Kentucky boys.
That's right. This is his neck of the woods.
They ain't too far.
Clint had a 5th place finish at our last race at Indian Mountain a couple weeks ago. Hope to see him be able to carry some of that momentum into this weekend.
Which Clyde hasn't made it easy for these bouncer drivers. There's some pretty legit stuff to come.
Yeah, we've already seen a couple of weird rollovers, some heartbreaking DNFs for a few of our drivers. Most of them not even getting halfway around the course before, one of these ruts claimed their run. But Clinton is making quick work of this course. One thing I always say about him, he's impressed upon me with his driving over the last few seasons that, he just comes out and lays down these smooth, consistent runs. He is usually not riding that ragged edge, not getting wild and rowdy, but just laying down smooth, fast runs.
Oh, yeah, he is. Which he is a little more than consistent right now. He is pushing pretty good.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a good time for him right here.
Clint he went over his consistency.
Ooh. 105.562. What a run from Clint Garrison. You see what it did? A smooth, fast, not getting crazy.
Clint is normally a little calmer, and he picked it up
right there. Hey, man,
there.
it's finals.
Heck yeah.
Everybody's bringing it this weekend. I love it.
What I am talking about right there. Heck yeah.
All right, let's see, guys. Wade Good still in the lead with a 101, followed by Nick Reich with a 105.2. Clint Garrison with a 105.5. Those are your top 3 right now for Course 1 of the RCV Axle Bouncer class.
I'm going to let Matt tell you all about his run because he is shaking over here. His adrenaline is just bubbling out of his nose. So here y'all go. I'll let y'all have Matt.
All right, Clay. Thanks for joining us up here. Matt, welcome back to the booth. Dude, what a run. I'm so pumped for you.
The buggy is not real happy right now.
You finished it. It looked okay.
I think it finished. I have some type of fuel management issue.
Nah, minor
Not sure if
detail.
it's an injector, fuel pump, but it's not very happy.
Hey, dude, your tie rod, your axles and everything, the way you hit that rut.
I did. I hit it, boom, and I felt the buggy go, and I'm like, at that point, the wheel just spun into my hand, and I was like, all right.
Hands off.
Jesus, take the wheel. And when it started to go back over, I immediately cut it as far as I could left to just stab the gas again, and it brought it up, and I was like, yeah, so we're doing this again.
So that happened.
Yeah.
You got your first Skinny Pedal nomination.
Yeah, I was thinking, I don't think I've ever seen anybody roll over once, recover, and then roll over a second time and recover. I'm like, that better be a really good nomination. So.
Oh, man. That was a great run. I'm proud of you. I'm excited for you. I know that's a good feeling.
It is. Just get some good points in the board.
Fight your way through the course and then be able to finish.
Yeah. So what's our top 5? I was looking back, and I saw somebody giving Jake Pike a thumbs up, so I know Jake Pike had to have a blistering time.
If by Jake Pike you mean
Nick Reich. I'm sorry. Jake Pike's buggy, Nick Reich driver.
Wade Good is in the lead with a 101.
Wow.
Followed by Nick Reich with a 105.2, and then Clint Garrison with a 105.5. And then we've got Timmy with a 106 and Cooper with a 107.
And we have been talking all weekend about Cooper being 2 points ahead of Nick going into this. Nick just picked up like 7 points right there. I think we might see those guys.
I think, Clay and I were like, they're just going to be going back and forth.
And literally it'll come down to like flipping a coin, like who's going to take this. So definitely interesting day. Of course, it was a little rough. Those undercuts.
That's what Clay said.
Those undercuts are rough.
Yeah. I think the rocks are just that much more exposed now since we were here in the spring.
It's hard to get a nice smooth run going, really, because every once in a while, as soon as you get like a nice smooth run going, something will kind of throw you to the right or left. So it's kind of hard to get a smooth run going.
Yeah.
Those lips, you kind of roll into it. It's good times.
You did good.
Yeah. So it's like chicken fingers time, right? Right, Taylor?
How long of a break are we taking, Taylor? All right, guys, we are going to shut down like 15 minutes or so. We're going to get our youth course lined out and get all our youth drivers ready to go. And then we'll be back to finish up course 1 for everybody with the youth class. So don't go too far. We'll be back in about 15 or so minutes.